The Morning Invasion with Dex and Stevo on Star 88.
I suppose we should get going.
Yeah! Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh, guys, it's Friday! Is it? It's Friday, right?
Oh, dear.
Friday?
It's a big old Friday.
Welcome to the show, everybody. How's everybody doing? Man, this month is almost over. I can't believe the year is almost over.
I know.
Halloween is next week. Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then, man, it's 2019. Right around the corner. Thanks for being with us this morning. Facebook, YouTube Live at Star 88 FM if you guys want to join us. Morning, Seth. What's up? How's the McVeighs doing? You guys doing all right? How's Britt Momney doing? How's the babies? You doing all right? Who's on YouTube? Anybody on YouTube? Matthew, what's up? How
I'm
you
in
guys
St.
doing?
Louis, brah.
Chiming in on the YouTubes. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Phone lines are open, 505-338-3700. You can text in as well. What's that number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. All right, welcome to the hour.
All right, buddy, we got a huge show for you tonight. Yes, we do. You know what the big trending story is right now? Try to take a guess. Just take a guess. Like, what is everybody talking about right now? Hey, everybody's talking about this. It's crazy.
I mean, I'm willing to guess the biggest story of the day has got to be, above all others,
the biggest story.
The fact that at 8 o'clock this morning on Christian radio, we will be interviewing Jesus.
That's not it.
I mean, come on.
That's not what everybody's talking about.
Jesus is
calling.
calling.
No, his name is Tom Paine, and he plays a character named Jesus, which isn't actually like the Jesus character. It's his name, Jesus.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Oh. When I booked this, I really thought we were interviewing Jesus.
You booked this interview, huh? I don't remember that.
Dex, it's the magic of radio. Of course you booked it.
You know, you take my sauna idea and make it your own. Now you're taking my bookings. You're like Buck. You know, you steal Cheaters Hotel, and then steal my name. Why is everybody stealing everything?
I was really excited.
Well, I mean, we are interviewing the character Jesus from The Walking Dead at 8 a.m. His name's Tom Paine.
He's not a character, okay? He's the Son of God.
Okay. But no, that is not the hot, trending story right now.
Wait.
Who's this? Who's going to sing right now? Who's this?
On Halloween.
Is this the Biebs?
In costumes we're dressed, knocking on your door on Halloween.
Guys, the biggest story right now. The biggest story in the news that everybody's talking about. The hot topic, Justin Bieber doesn't know how to eat a burrito, is the topic of conversation. Did you see the picture of the Biebers eating a burrito? Are you kidding me?
I got to be honest with you, man.
Are you?
I must have missed that one.
Justin Bieber's eating a burrito like you eat corn in the cob.
It's corn on the cob.
That's what I said. Corn in the cob. Wait, what did I say the first time?
That's still the wrong thing. It's corn on the cob.
That's what I said. Corn in the cob. Who eats a burrito like that? Have you ever seen anybody eat a burrito like that? Sideways? He's eating a burrito sideways.
First of all, that looks like our friend Elle from Poema. She looks fantastic.
She looks great.
That's Justin Bieber.
Yeah, it's Justin Bieber.
He was eating it sideways, guys.
Yes. Yeah, sideways. anybody out there eat a burrito sideways? Honestly, when I saw this, I started making fun of it, but then I'm like, you know what? That might be the way to eat a burrito because I hate the first bite of a burrito because it's usually mostly tortilla. Like, honestly, like I usually like cut off the top of the burrito because I don't like so much tortilla. I think I'm going to start eating it like the Biebs. He's onto something. Yeah.
Kanan says he eats it like Gollum eats fish. Guys, he's eating it like, I don't even know how to do that.
The guy who
Can we
originally,
try this today?
I know, right? The guy who originally posted the picture on Reddit says, quote, I quickly took the photo before people went up to him asking for selfies with him. I never thought the photo would get this much attention. You know what this is like? Remember the picture we saw earlier from like National Geographic? That baboon that held up the sun, like his new baby to the sun? Like that is like one of these. This is a picture that puts you on the map.
Lifetime.
Like this guy took the photo. He's gonna name it, man. You can go anywhere you want.
I love the caption. Does Justin Bieber not know how burritos work?
Yeah, it's
Thief says my kids ate them like that until they were 2. Yep.
Yeah.
It's about right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are you doing completely wrong? Or do you have a friend who's doing something that I mean, I got made fun of for I put my shirt on like a baby puts like a little toddler puts a shirt on. I still do it. I put my head in first, and then I put my arms.
Stretching out your shirt, man.
Yeah.
Unless you wear like baggier shirts. I wear tight shirts, so you can't do that with mine.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? No,
I guess you're right. Because
you put those on, and then you like stretch them out with your arms.
Yeah. So I mean,
do you put a shirt on before you put pants on?
No, I put pants on first.
You always put pants on first?
Always put pants on first.
Me too. Okay.
Do you put your socks on before you put your pants on?
Honestly, for me, it just depends on what's closer.
Yeah. Do you put your underwear on first or your pants? Which goes first, your underwear or your pants?
Well, that one seems a little.
Yeah.
Remember the Starmy on YouTube, Chemic 10,010 says, if you don't like too much burrito at one end of your burrito, leave that and open and squish all the ingredients up to the top so you don't have a big old bite of tortilla.
Okay.
You kind of like flat roll it like like it's a toothpaste.
I get that. Yeah. I'm trying this the next time I get a burrito, man.
Yeah.
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 Okay. I can't read some of those. All right. Well, check it out, guys.
It's so random, guys.
Pretty weird, man. Do you think he just did it on purpose, or do you think he actually eats a burrito like that? I feel like if I was Justin Bieber, I would probably just look for opportunities to freak people out all the time.
He's gonna start a trend.
Oh, every follower of the Biebs
to buy a burrito today and eat it like this.
I am too. I'm totally going to do it.
I'm trying it.
Yeah, there's no burrito bowl for me. I'm getting a burrito.
In fact, if anybody would like to bless us with breakfast burritos, we'll do it on air.
I want to try this.
I did too. I'm mad. I didn't have a burrito this morning. I ran out.
Yep.
So I haven't had breakfast. I'm a grump. Please bring us breakfast burritos. We'll eat them like Gollum. I mean, like Justin Bieber. It's so funny.
Sing it, Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Woo!
On Halloween, oh, in costumes we're dressed, knocking on your door on Halloween.
Oh.
Hey, yeah, your porch light is turned off, 'cause you want us to go on Halloween.
I don't think the song goes like
on
that.
Halloween, monsters roam the streets now.
Get out of here.
That's pretty much how the song goes.
Okay. All right.
Love that song.
Man, big show today. Sam Swan will be joining us this morning.
Matthew in St. Louis says that like maybe the burrito got a break on the side, so he was trying to recover the contents.
I don't think so, man.
No?
I don't know, man. It looks like that's the first bite.
It really does.
Yeah, he's got a nicely wrapped
starting
burrito.
in the middle. Maybe you start with the first bite in the middle, and then that's your starting point where you then tear it in half.
Maybe. Yeah. I just feel like he's going to make a
don't-
mess, though. If you eat a burrito that way, you're going to make a mess.
All parents are just like looking at this dumbfounded. Like, who didn't raise you?
I don't know. He's from Canada, so that might be. Maybe that's how they eat burritos in Canada.
Maybe they just don't have burritos in Canada.
I mean, we all do something that's a little different, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody said you guys need to be the official PA radio station on how to do things right so people won't look like Bieber in pictures.
I don't know if we're the best.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of doing things right, do you want me to read this?
Oh, whatever. It's fine. I mean, it's cool. Whatever.
Everybody's on Facebook. Everybody's chiming in. It's like Mark and Seth and Pat and Jarrett and Paul and Thieves. Like it's the club, guys.
Oh, you're going to address the Bully Club?
We got an email. Good morning, gentlemen. Let me start by saying that I really boldened, underlined, really appreciate what you guys do with your show, and I love having a live Facebook feed to interact with other listeners and make
nice?
friends.
Isn't that nice? That we allow you to have that?
I really do. But yesterday, I realized that I've been misusing that ability to interact during the show. Now, I could make excuses for why I've done it. I mean, besides the fact that I'm a broken, sinful being, as are the rest of the listening audience. For example, I could say I learned the behavior from my granddad, who used to zero in on something and just grind it until it annoyed me raw. Or I could say that I absolutely hate and resent phone pranks you've taken so much joy in, and I'm doing this as payback. I could even say I know it's mean, but it's so easy to pile it on when the rest of the commenters are doing it, Mark.
This is a nightmare.
And the truth is, it's probably a bit of all of those things. I'm going to need that.
Hold on a second. My music ran out.
Okay, sorry. However, none of that justifies it because it's not nice. It's tearing someone down, and I wouldn't appreciate it if it were happening to me. So, Dex, I'm sorry for the nitpicking and the shots about you not responding to communications. With God's help, I'll do my best to stop. I hope you can forgive me. Your curmudgeon, Jarrett.
Wow, I just want to punch you so bad.
P.S. Get off my lawn!
Wow. Well, first off, let me
Go ahead.
let me just address a couple things.
Yeah.
First off, Jarrett, okay. Thank you for your apology. Sorry. I hope you didn't lose any sleep over this because, I'm not offended or I didn't feel like.
I don't know, man. You're using that.
But let me tell you, Mark, on the other hand, let me tell you about Mark.
Yeah.
That guy's a bully.
Yeah.
That guy's bullying
Maybe
me.
Jarrett sent that because he feels like he created him.
Yeah, maybe it is your fault, Jarrett.
Jarrett is the Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so Mark can't help it because he's just a monster.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, I bet you haven't slept for weeks. Way to go. Way to go, Mark. Look what you did to Jarrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever, guys.
The funny thing is, I got a text from said friend yesterday who was like, hey, bro, do you think this is a little insensitive? And it got me thinking about things.
Oh, yeah? You had to think about things, huh?
So I also wrote something.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dear
Dear
Kick the
Dex.
show off.
I'm really sorry that everybody else bullies you like idiot jerks.
Huh.
But don't worry. We still have a really cool radio show. And they're just dumbs that listen in on Facebook.
Wow.
That's all I wrote so far. It's getting there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I can help you with this.
Okay.
We are sorry. Stevo realizes now what he said, did, thought, felt, or smelled like was wrong.
I appreciate that.
It was never Stevo's intent to offend you,
I know.
steal from your culture,
Yeah.
gross you out, make you uncomfortable,
He does all
or
the time.
give you the heebie-jeebies.
This is true.
Stevo is sorry for playing a stupid app game during the morning show.
I don't know if he's
He
sorry.
realizes now
Yeah.
how disrespectful that is, not only to you, the audience, but to his co-host that puts so much time and
Hey,
effort
that's
into
me.
the show
I
every day.
really do every morning.
Stevo is sorry for taking dozens of bathroom breaks during the morning show so he can play his stupid app game.
Doesn't.
I mean, nobody goes to the bathroom that much. Am I right? I want you to know that Stevo has reflected upon his actions, thoughts, or odors. And Stevo is fully committed to making sure that instances like this never happen again.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thank you for your forgiveness, compassion, indifference, or pity. Stevo promises
That was a
to
long
do
one.
better.
This is a big apology.
Jeez. Thanks, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I appreciate you putting the
good.
time
You
and
know,
effort
I just,
into
you know,
writing something like that.
Wrote that myself.
That's cool.
Just really wanted to make sure everybody
Hey, man, that's
understood.
cool. I appreciate
think my
it.
favorite part about this whole thing is to hammer it home.
Hammer it home.
Everyone on Facebook is going, wait, what's happening? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, really? You weren't paying attention?
Yeah, it's weird.
Because you were busy in your little clique?
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, Facebook. I mean, YouTube, you know what? You guys are doing great over there. You know, you're doing great. I mean, besides Dento being really the only one that chimes in most of the morning, you guys are doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Shout out to YouTube.
You guys have turned into this like, country club full of bullies that just like either don't talk about anything that the show is talking about, or you're like Mark and Jarrett and Paul just want to like gang up and like
They just want to hang
tease
out,
me.
bro. They just want to hang out.
Or tease me, whichever.
The funny thing is, Curmudgeon meant it. He is serious.
I
So,
know.
shout out to
Curmudgeon, I hope
Curmudgeon.
you didn't
Jared.
lose any sleep. Just never come to the studio again. That's all I ask. Okay? You want to make good on this? Just never come to the studio again.
Stop.
I'm being serious.
Jay Marie says that I'm like Grace on Will and Grace. She never says sorry. No.
Yeah. You know, it's okay. You know, you should. You need to apologize sometimes. And I think it's great that a lot of you out there are apologizing, including you, Stevo. I think that was a great apology.
Don't leave, Carl. Don't leave. Oh, he's going to YouTube. Yeah, get out. Get out while you can, man.
Yeah, all you Facebookers, you know, YouTube's great. Star 88 FM on YouTube, man.
Oh, somebody said Stevo 2018. I mean, making the morning show great again.
Guys, we got a big show today.
Yeah.
Tom Paine, who plays Jesus on The Walking Dead, going to be on the show.
Gosh, I cannot wait for this interview.
Yep, we got that coming up. We got Sam Swan this morning. We got the top 10 simple things that adults are embarrassed they can't do. Like eat a burrito properly, Justin Bieber. Come on,
Biebs.
man.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Just want to build you up. You can do it. You can do it, man.
It's also National Pumpkin Day, so we'll go over some pumpkin facts. And we had a lot of things we didn't get to this week, so sometime this morning we'll clean out the computer, make sure, you know, I put a lot of time into downloading this stuff, and most of it doesn't even ever get aired.
That's
so
true.
maybe
Going
we'll
into the
clean
vault.
it out, man. All right, we got to take a break, guys. You guys chime in, hang out with us. Live on Facebook and YouTube at Star 88 FM. We'll be right back.
A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
Mark 7:11 through 13, Jesus teaches that when you go to the Word of God and you try to get away from its impact by adding your own words and interpretation, you are in exact violation of the law that you supposedly are building a fence around. They were hypocrites, and they were substituting outer ritual for inner reality. They drew near to God with their lips, and their heart was far from Him. And according to Jesus, the violation of the Corban rule was not an isolated infraction, because He says at the end, and many such things you do. You do a lot of this stuff. This is not the only thing Jesus says. You're always doing this. Trying to figure out a way not to live under the impact of the law by coming up with your own traditions.
Turning Point with David Jeremiah. Don't miss it on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 11 a.m. on 107.1 FM. Rich Wilkerson Jr. reminds us, God's dreams often have to go through a season of darkness. A dream that hasn't been tested cannot be trusted. A solar flare, on Star 88. Philip DeCourcy warns us of the dangers of doing it alone.
John Wesley, the founder of Methodism, says, I can no more worry than I can swear and curse. I mean, forgive me, but I'm going to put it this way. Just say someone dropped an F-bomb in the service this morning. I can guarantee you there would be we would suck the air out of this room. There'd be so much disgust and reaction. But that's Wesley's point. But we can no more worry than curse. So if someone drops the F-bomb here, we all stand back in horror, but 10 feet away, somebody's sharing with another person, you know what? I've worried all week about this. Do you ever say, well, you know what? So you mean you've sinned 7 days in a row? That's the point. I'm exaggerating to some degree, but that's because we tend to make this a respectable sin.
That's your PowerPoint on Star 88. The Morning Invasion with Tex and Stevo.
You like goats, right? He doesn't, guys. I'm the one who loves goats. It's me. I love the goats. Goats are my favorite.
Our boy Stephen Christian actually owns some goats.
Oh, is he getting rid of them?
That's a good question.
I'll take your goats, dude. I'll take them. I grew up with goats. My parents had goats. We had them in the junkyard. They would, because we'd always get sagebrush, weed stuff that it would grow. And so you just put some goats in there, man. They wipe them all out, man. They'll eat anything. Seriously. Wow. So yeah, I love goats. I think I might love donkeys. Did you see this video that's going viral? The opera donkey.
You can bet that if it's a stupid viral video from YouTube, I have not.
I have. You can bet that if it's a stupid viral video, I've seen it. People will send me videos, and I'm like, really? I've seen this 100 times. I was like the first one to discover it. There's a video that's going viral, and it's a donkey with a great set of pipes. Her name is Harriet, and they're calling her the opera donkey. So here's this person filming, walking up to this donkey. This donkey looks over. It's like, oh, human being. Let me show off some of my skills. All right. Ready? Guys, that's a donkey. Whoa. That's Harriet singing opera music, showing off her skills. So beautiful, right?
That's it?
What? Wait.
That's it?
What did you just say? That's it?
I mean, I was expecting more.
What are you expecting, man?
Opera donkey?
Yeah, dude.
It literally just, like, sounded a little hoarse.
Are you ready? Let's go, Harriet. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. All right. That's good. That's good.
I'm just mad that you just like mowed right over my little horse comment.
Oh, I heard it. And I mowed right over that thing. Okay? Harriet's a donkey. She doesn't like horses. She's not a horse. Sing it, Harriet. Sing it. Yeah, Harriet. Yeah. AGT, here we come. Somebody get that donkey on AGT. Guaranteed million right there. Gosh. Woo! There you go. Look it up, guys. It's pretty fun.
It's literally...
That's a donkey. That's a donkey.
Oh, my gosh.
It's my favorite viral video.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Stevo. Hey, what's going on in the news today?
More packages were intercepted. The most recent targets, former Vice President Joe Biden and actor Robert De Niro, both of whom have suggested they'd like to punch Mr. Trump. So it is now 10 suspected bombs, now sent to 8 people.
Tracking a nor'easter, part of the same system that massive hurricane had slammed ashore, then rain across Texas and the South. Well, now the East Coast is in the path and then threatening the Carolinas, D.C., New York, up through Boston.
Megyn Kelly reportedly out at NBC.
This after she was a no-show on her own program.
Ford recalling more than 1 million Ford Focuses over fear that the engine could stall.
The recall covers vehicles from 2012 through 2018.
Trump administration is expected to deploy hundreds of additional troops to the U.S.-Mexico border.
To head off a caravan of migrants seeking asylum.
U.S. officials have been concerned for months that President Trump has been discussing sensitive information on his non-secure iPhone with people like Sean Hannity of Fox News. And now the New York Times reports the Chinese and Russians are routinely eavesdropping.
Oh my gosh, seriously, Fox News? Oh. I don't know if that was Fox News or not. But... Oh, goodness sakes, it's Friday. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. What's up, Carl? How you doing?
Everybody wanted to verify that that donkey was actually real.
Is that Opera Dex? Yeah, that was real. Look it up, man. The Opera Donkey on YouTube.
Yeah.
Check it out, guys. Welcome to the show. You guys can chime in, 505-338-3700. What's the live line to text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
That's right. Coming up at 8 a.m., he's an actor. His name's Tom Paine. He's on just a little show on AMC called The Walking Dead.
Yep.
He plays the character Jesus. We're talking about the 9th season, and he's doing some Walker Stalker convention in Atlanta. You going to go out to that?
No. Are you kidding me? I was at New York Comic Con. They had a giant Walking Dead thing at Madison Square Garden, and I did not go to that.
Oh, wow.
Because it gets a little crazy. Fans can get a little, crazy.
Is the stink even worse there, you know? Like nerds, they already smell.
You know, no, I will say at least everybody there has a job, because you have to if you want to be in New York.
That's true. That's very true.
So, no. No, I'm excited to talk to him about that, actually. About fan life. You know what I mean? Like, what his life was like before versus now. He's a pretty good character on one of the biggest shows on television right now. So, I'm sure everything
used to be. I don't know if you could say it's the biggest.
It was, right.
Come on, it's...
Sadly, yeah, the ratings have tanked. And
Yeah.
I want to talk to him about that as well, because they
Tom
announced...
Paine's on our show. The ratings have tanked.
Yeah, right. They announced that the lead character's leaving the show, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'll tell you what, man. I have the opposite reaction to this season as most people. I think it's phenomenal. And I can't wait to talk to him about the moral law versus, like, dude, man versus, like, there's natural law. There's, oh, gosh, they're really
You think
diving
everything
deep.
is awesome.
I do. They're diving so deep into, like, the depravity of man this year. I'm going, wow.
I love that you can always find the best out of every situation.
It's not the best.
Yeah,
it's
you can
real,
find
bro.
The
C.S. Lewis.
That nugget, man. You can always find it.
It was easy. Like, what do you do when society's fallen and there's basically no law? And then all of a sudden your leader starts making stuff up and you don't necessarily agree with them. That's exactly what Jesus' character's going through right now. He's like the right-hand man of Maggie. And she's starting to, like, execute people and or imprison people because of, like, her thoughts and ideas.
Yeah.
So, oh, man. Love it.
Good conversation to have coming
Yeah.
up. Coming up, guys.
Yep.
Today is National Pumpkin Day. Maybe go out and have some pumpkin sometime today, guys. I saw this, and I was pretty impressed on how healthy pumpkins are for you. I didn't realize it. I feel like we need to be eating pumpkin more often. Pumpkins are loaded with vitamin C, vitamin E,
really?
iron. That's right, everybody. Beta carotene, boosting that immune system. It lowers your risk of cancer. Pumpkin is high in carotenoids, which are compounds that can function as antioxidants. And, yeah, I mean, it, lowers that risk of cancer. It protects your eyesight. Did you know that? Not only carrots, but pumpkins do.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie is my favorite.
Oh, it can help you lose weight. Has anybody ever told you that pumpkins can help you lose weight? I feel like I've been lied to my whole life. Pumpkin is packed with nutrients, low in calories. We're talking less than 50 calories per cup. It's got a bunch of fiber, help curb that appetite. Improves your heart health, good for your heart.
Jessica wants to know if pumpkin spice latte counts. Jessica.
Oh my gosh.
No, Jessica.
That's chemicals. That's not real pumpkin, guys. Come on. Just saying. I think we need to be eating that. It's pumpkin in a can. Is that good or is that bad?
Well, cranberry in a can is by far the greatest source of cranberry in the history of the universe. So, pumpkin in a can.
Is it safe to eat pumpkin out of the can? Yes. Okay. You can eat pumpkin. Okay.
It's not really. I mean, if you're thinking you're gonna like take a big old scoop of pumpkin pie?
Do I need to like carve open a pumpkin and just like eat
doesn't
the
taste like that.
insides? Is that what's healthy, or how does this work? I don't know. I'm gonna have to research this, guys. I'll get back to you. But I thought it was pretty cool on National Pumpkin Day. I just wanted to share these nutritious facts for you. Anyways,
Jewel wants to know if there's going to be spoilers in the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah, there will be. Okay, just plan on it. Actually, I don't know. We do a pretty good job of not spoiling things, right?
Somebody wants to know how you eat pumpkin if not in a pie. We do a really good job. There's pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin bread. There's pumpkin kiva juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smashing pumpkin.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I like that.
There's pumpkin shakes.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Pumpkin seeds. That's real.
Yep.
I don't know if that
seeds.
counts.
You're so nutritious. They didn't say anything about pumpkin seeds.
Yeah, nothing about pumpkin seeds. Do you guys bake them? Like after when you're carving a pumpkin, you lay them out and you wash them and then bake them?
And salt them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do you really?
Yeah, we do. Not every year, but
are you mocking me?
It's not something that I like, oh my gosh, we got to do this every year, but every once in a while I do it. There's not a whole lot of like pumpkin bread, pumpkin pie, and pumpkin shakes. Name something else, I dare you. Go ahead. Name something else besides those three.
Oh, well, I said a pumpkin muffin.
I said pumpkin bread, pumpkin shake, and pumpkin pie. So.
Okay, fine. Roasted pumpkin salad with lentils and goat cheese. What?
Okay, nobody's ever ate that.
Yeah.
Pumpkin protein balls? Send me that recipe.
Homemade pumpkin puree.
Okay.
A pumpkin smoothie.
Okay.
Pumpkin pasta sauce?
What?
That's real?
Okay.
I get you the recipe right here, man.
Okay.
Pumpkin cream cheese spread.
Here's a scone. You could do a scone, pumpkin scones.
Pumpkin ice cream.
Okay.
Pumpkin bruschetta appetizers.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pancakes.
Oh, you know what? Duh. Gosh.
Okay, that's all I want now.
Right?
Forget eating a burrito in the middle. I want pumpkin pancakes.
No kidding, right?
Why do we do this to ourselves?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
See, again, the depravity of man. We know we haven't eaten. We know it's going to be harmful to us.
Right?
We're still choosing to do it. Felicia says pumpkin bacon dip, pumpkin ravioli.
Whoa, bros.
Pumpkin soup, pumpkin pasta.
By the way, I put a poll up on my Instagram page, Dex_Toth at Instagram, about Bieber eating the burrito sideways.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put a couple people on blast. I said, does anybody eat their burrito like the Biebs? 2 people so far. Jordy.
Oh.
Good job. You eat a burrito sideways. You're a weirdo. And let's see, Santiago the Dream Lopez. Okay. Putting you guys on blast. And a bunch of other people said no.
Rosalind says in a stew with rice and beef, it tastes like a very rich squash.
Ooh.
Dang it, dude.
Ooh. Squash.
We can't do this. We can't do this. I'm so hungry.
Give me some squash. Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If you guys can get pumpkin-filled empanadas.
Oh.
Pumpkin-filled empanadas? Are you kidding me with that?
No. Have you not tried it?
No, I've never even heard of it.
What?
You've lived in Albuquerque your whole life. Well, not whole life, but you lived in Albuquerque. You never had a pumpkin empanada?
No, I've never had a pumpkin empanada.
Are you Mexican?
He's not.
I'm not Mexican. I'm from Montana.
Oh, no. Well, Stevo, it's up to you to offer or introduce Dex some
I will.
Pumpkin empanadas.
Okay. It's a pumpkin empanada.
Can do.
Yeah.
Why does your tongue go numb when you say that?
What do I go numb when I say that?
Why does your tongue go numb when you say empanada?
Because it's still early and I'm trying to wake up.
There you go.
Ah, okay. All right.
Haven't had my coffee.
Just wondering. Okay.
You don't know me.
Huh?
Cool. Huh?
Yes, I'm so glad you called it, Stevo.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you, girl.
It's been a while.
I know.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Right, we'll see you, Julia.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
It's our girl Naomi from down south.
That's what I said.
Somebody said, I feel like you're putting the word pumpkin in front of normal food.
Yeah. Pumpkin steak.
Pumpkin cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty great. Pumpkin grilled cheese.
Pumpkin tacos. Oh gosh,
Love
pumpkin
those.
tacos are so
But
good.
not
man.
as good as pumpkin enchiladas.
Oh,
but like still.
no, they're called enchiladas.
Enchiladas.
Pumpkin enchiladas.
So good. Pumpkin lasagna.
Oh,
is,
I love pumpkin fettuccine Alfredo. That's my favorite.
with shrimp.
With shrimp. Oh, gross. With shrimp. Oh my gosh. Shrimp.
Oh man.
Yeah, pumpkin shrimp.
Felicia says, "How about the Starmy has a pumpkin cook-off and you two can judge it? Deal.
Yeah.
Bring us all your pumpkin stuff."
You know what would be really good? Pumpkin soup.
I said that.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that. I thought I totally invented something. Pumpkin soup would be awesome.
Jared says that pumpkin's actually really bland, so you should use a different squash like acorn or butternut. I do like butternut squash. He's not wrong.
All right. That's cool. I do.
Dang,
Yeah,
dude.
I like butternut.
Thanks, guys. Really, really hungry now.
Very hungry.
Yeah.
Very hungry. Oh, man. It's National Pumpkin Day. So today we salute all of the pumpkins in the world. Go out, carve a pumpkin, eat a pumpkin, just enjoy a pumpkin.
Okay.
On this National Pumpkin
Imagine
Day.
you are a pumpkin. You've grown from a tiny seed, bathing in the sunshine and drinking in the rain. And then you're ripped from Mother Earth, decapitated, gutted with a melon baller, and left to rot on someone's porch the entire month of October. That's the real horror this Halloween. But there is something you can do. This Halloween, visit the environmentally friendly pumpkin patch, Global Gourds. There, you can sponsor a pumpkin of your choice and give it the chance to have a full, rich life on the vine. Every month, you'll get a photo of the pumpkin you're sponsoring, giving you a sense of purpose and pride that you've saved another pumpkin from senseless slaughter. Visit Global Gourds today and help a pumpkin have a better October. Conveniently located next to Thankful Thanksgivings.
You know, I take it all back. You know, I don't think we should be eating pumpkins. I think I'm against the whole slaughtering of pumpkins now.
Wow.
Huh.
Thanks,
Never thought about
Pixar.
it that way. Never thought about it that way, man. You know?
No one has until Pixar made a movie about it.
What?
Yeah. The Great Pumpkin. It's really tragic.
You serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
He ends up as a pumpkin shrimp cocktail.
A pumpkin shrimp cocktail?
It's really horrible.
Yeah? Seriously?
Yeah.
You being serious, man?
Sadder than up.
Huh.
Sadder than up.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you know that do you eat Cheerios or Lucky Charms? Quaker Oats? You
My
eat
kids
those?
eat Lucky
Honey
Charms.
Nut Cheerios, you like those?
When I was a kid, yeah.
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 They're saying that there could be traces of the weed killer glyphosate in different oat-based cereals.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Great.
Weed killer, dude.
Huh.
In your cereals. Yeah?
Great.
Yep.
I mean.
Yep. Glyphosate.
Are you trying to like make us unhungry now because we've been talking about all these great foods and now
Is that going to make you
now we're
stop
gonna
eating
die?
cereal?
Well, I mean, why? Had they said anything?
It just says another warning's been issued by the Environmental Working Group saying there could be traces of the weed killer glyphosate in different oat-based cereals like Quaker Oats, General Mills. They say the levels fall below the threshold set by the EPA.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, as long as the EPA signed off on it, I'll trust the EPA. What's the EPA?
The
Environmental Protective
Agency.
That's right. That's what I thought.
Good job.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, Pat over here talking about the pumpkin pie shake, bro.
Ooh, the pumpkin pie shake.
Jared says they use a whole slice of pumpkin pie in it.
At Blake's.
Is that where we're going today?
I think
when do they open? Is it
either
too early for a
Lada
pumpkin
or
pie
Wada.
shake?
Lada or Wada? Which one?
Oh.
Gosh, man. They put a whole slice of pumpkin pie in there?
We'll find out.
Are you kidding me with that? Wow. All right. Good.
You know what pumpkins like to do for fun?
What?
Bungee. It's a little premature, man.
I knew it was going to be terrible. I cut it off real quick. Go ahead. You can say it.
bungee cord jumping.
Oh, my gosh.
Remember the Starmy. Hashtag Fun Joke Friday.
Oh, no, it's not.
It is, though, guys.
Nope.
Oh, it is. We'll take them all.
Nope.
We'll take them all.
We are not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of changes, man. And that wasn't in the budget anymore. Fun
They
Joke
open at
Friday.
6:30. It's 6:55. We're 25 minutes late to get our shake.
All right, that's cool.
So hungry this morning, guys.
All right. Yep. Big show today. Tom Paine from The Walking Dead going to be on the show.
Man.
Plays Jesus at 8. And Sam Swan going to be in at 8. And we're going to talk about things that we never learned how to do, like eat burritos. Justin Bieber. That's right. And what else we got on the show this morning? Oh, a Jesus painting. A lot of people are talking about this Jesus painting after a church went up in flames, and this painting was the only thing that survived.
That's kind of crazy.
That's weird, right?
Was it oil-based paint?
We'll find out. Stupid criminals in the news. We got a letter coming up later on in the show. Did that girl ever hit us back that sent us that letter at the end of the show? Did she ever chime back in?
Nope.
Oh, man.
We did get a prayer request, though, on the live line. Like to ask for the Starmy to pray for my husband. His job's become extremely toxic, mentally, emotionally, spiritually the past few months. He's had some prospects, haven't gotten back to him yet. The toxicity of his job is starting to affect the family as well as his school, which is full-time while maintaining a full-time job as well. He's doing everything he can. Please pray for him that God will make a clear way for them to walk. They feel like they're drowning a little bit. So, Starmy, prayer request for this member of the Starmy who needs prayer for their family.
Anytime you guys need prayer, guys, anything, hit us up, man. Facebook, YouTube Live, Star 88 FM. You can text into the show. You can email studio@star88.fm. What's the live line number to text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Dex, don't you think fall is the primo time in New Mexico?
True enough. When else do pigs fly?
I mean, I was kind of going for green chili roasting and turning trees, but...
Whatever. You just like October 31st when you get to wear a cape and tights to get candy.
Okay, let's not go there.
Okay, but let's go to the Fall Fest on the west side.
I'm there, man. Montano Plaza, Coors in Montano, bounce houses, obstacle courses, costume contests.
And lots of food, and of course, free candy for you, Stevo. 6 p.m. on October 31st.
It's a favorite night for kids. Let's make it safe at the Calvary Church Fall Fest, Coors and Montano.
Details at calvarynm.church.
When we share our faith, sometimes we face opposition from unbelievers. Sometimes we even face opposition from believers. This week on A New Beginning, Pastor Greg Laurie points out evangelism is entering the arena of spiritual warfare, and we need to be prepared. Get the insight and encouragement you need this week on A New Beginning.
Make an appointment with Greg Laurie weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on our sister station, KNKT 107.1 FM. Tony Evans. This is a Star 88 Supernova.
What is your plan for next year for drawing nearer to God? If there is no drawing nearer plan, don't be surprised if you're as far away from Him at the end of next year as you may feel you are today. Because drawing near is done on purpose. Drawing near is not done by chance. He calls us to draw near to God. And guess what the promise is? Verse 8, He will draw near to you. That's a great promise. Draw near to God, and He will draw near to you. Now, some of us may say, well, why doesn't He draw near to me, and then I draw near to Him? Why does it have to be I draw near to Him and He will draw near to me? Simple. He's not the one that left home.
That was Pastor Tony Evans on a Star 88 Supernova. This is KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe. Star 88, New Mexico's fresh alternative.
Even when my light burns low, I could never lose my hope. I've been down this road before. Now I know which way to go. You can try to drag me down, but I'll be living in the clouds. Everybody has their
want it like I need to breathe. Yeah. Make it clear like I need to see. Woo. As a kid, mama told me sky's the limit till you hit it. Like King Griffey to the fences. Out the park, hit and run. That's my drive. It's a vibe, been that way all my life. Yeah, I shut it down when I shine with the truth. Yeah, I ride with the crew. Gave my life to the truth. Testify. Walking water like the son of man. Understand? I'll never drown. Take a hit, never quit. Might be down, but never out. There are days that I fail, and the train's off the rail. Through the pain we prevail. Tell them you just gotta live.
Even when my light burns low, I could never lose my hope. I've been down this road before. Now I know which way to go. You can try to drag me down, but I'll be living in the clouds. Everybody has their doubts, but you can't stop now. You just gotta live.
Till there's nothing left, lean on. We need you like there's no one else. Ain't nobody out here more like you. And with you that broke the mold, and ain't no more like you. That's for sure. I can't drop out like the top down on the coat. Tell them watch out when I walk, I make a move. Sunday morning with my hands up, like they got the handcuffs. Searching for some answers since mama passed cancer. And my sister left Seattle with a one-way ticket home. Hope she holding Jason, teaching him to speak some more. I know, gotta keep it going. Yeah, that's all it told me. Tell him you can make it when you know the one and only.
Burning right beyond the fire. You were born to win, yeah, you're a fighter. Don't let your light just fade away. You just gotta live. You just gotta live. I just wanna live.
This Halloween, don't be fooled. Candy corn's not corn. Fake news.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Stevo.
Guys, are you ready for Blackout? That's right, everybody. Blackout at Legacy Church. Halloween. It's Halloween, right?
Not the Blackout.
Blackout, everybody.
Blackout.
Blackout. Ben and Justin are here. Good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Good morning. How you doing?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Good morning. Good morning.
Man, I'm
Good
so
morning.
glad you're here. We missed your voice last week, bro. We missed you, Justin. The soothing sounds.
I missed you guys, too.
Man, sorry about the microphone situation, fellas. You know? Yep. We
No,
need
it's
more
okay.
people to support
We're
the
used to
station.
being in a close space with each other, so it's good.
Oh, good.
I'm just glad Ben brushed his teeth this morning.
Right? Seriously.
I have a wife, so I gotta.
Yeah.
I gotta do that every morning.
Yeah.
See, that's
you
good.
got to.
That's good that you said that, because most people would say, I got a wife, so I don't do that every morning. Like, I'm married. I let it go.
Wait,
No,
how
we're
long you been
still-
married?
We've been married almost 4 years.
Oh, that's still that's
Yeah.
good. You're brushing your teeth every day and married 4 years.
Yep.
That's good, man.
Hey, so the first thing that we need to talk about is this national emergency of Justin Bieber not knowing how to eat a burrito.
Yes.
This is so crazy, right?
So I don't know what the president can do about this,
Right.
but a national treasure like
Yep.
Justin Bieber,
I'm the
even though
Biebs,
he's from
man.
Canada,
Yep. He's
he
still
needs
a
to do
national
something about it.
I'd-
Send him to New Mexico, or I don't know what he needs to
What
do.
if
but
he's
this is,
onto something, though? Like, you've ever thought about that?
You know what
What
the
if
funny thing
this is
is?
the way to do it?
Remember the Stormy chimed in and they said that's how they do it too. They
Really?
take a big old bite out of the middle and then pull it in half.
Hold on.
I'm not even joking.
They
Like,
see, that's
he was eating a burrito like
that's
corn on the
different,
cob.
though.
Like, he
That's
was
different.
just-
What if you are
Show
eating the
photo.
whole thing?
Show them the photo. Like,
No,
it
let me
is
show you
the
the photo.
oddest. Why are you going to your? It's on your screen. You can't.
It'd be faster to do it. This way. Look at that.
What
Yeah.
do you eat
So
it like that?
I have no idea.
I put a poll up, and I'm like, "Do you eat your burrito like the Biebs?" And 14% of people said yes. Let's put them on blast.
What is wrong with you?
I'd see. I don't know, man.
Andrea, really?
Are
Come
you
on.
like you're getting sad at friends who eat it like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple
Weirdo.
females seriously chimed in, and they're like, they'll bite the middle and then like
See, that makes
tear
sense
it
if
away.
you tear it away. But if you just eat a burrito,
So that they can scoop out like the
fully?
inside, yeah, like corn on the cob. Like,
I feel like that'd be the
It
messiest
looks like
thing
weird
ever.
to me.
He looks like a lion in the
Yeah,
jungle,
it
the
does.
Serengeti, like just
Yeah.
tearing into a wildebeest.
does.
That's what it looks like.
Yep.
So here's the thing. Thebes has a great question. Like, are there even burritos in Canada? Like, do we know he's Canadian? So maybe he doesn't even know. What do they eat in Canada?
They eat
A
sap,
lot of steak.
maple syrup.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, pancakes. Are they? Huh?
What happened to your microphone?
No, it's just like way. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. French food. French
Yeah,
fries.
French food. Yeah,
French toast.
that's true.
Yep. Totally.
Anyways.
Totally.
Well, Ben and Justin from Legacy Church, let's talk about this event you got going on called Blackout.
Yeah. I love how you nodded at each other. You go. No, man.
Well, we're on October 31st, Halloween. We are having our Blackout service. It's not the Blackout.
Not the blackout or blacked out.
Yeah,
It's
Blackout.
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 Yes. And
Like the
at this-
Transformer.
Yes.
There's a transformer. It's the helicopter, yo. I'm a nerd.
Okay.
It's the big old helicopter in the beginning of the first Transformers movie.
Okay.
The name is Blackout.
And
You're welcome.
at this event, we are going to be giving away an amazing prize. Ben, last week?
Oh, yeah.
Did you say the prize?
Yeah.
Yes. A Vans. A van? I actually like Vans.
You're giving a van?
A van.
Vans.
A
Oh.
van.
A
A
Vans.
blacked out
A blacked
van.
out van?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we're giving out a
Bulletproof.
Blackout van.
Bulletproof glass.
Beautiful.
Blacked out van.
A Vans backpack.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is
Yes.
also cool.
That's really
full
cool.
of candy.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
And everyone's favorite.
That was
the
whoever
Starbucks gift
wins.
card.
Oh, really? Oh, snap.
Yes.
Whoever wins that, the parents are going to hate you guys.
Yeah, for real.
Like
Are
a
we-
backpack full of candy.
Are we sure we're giving out the Starbucks gift card? Because I feel like our assistant is going to be real mad if we say something. And
Well, now you got to do it.
Now we
you
have
gotta
to do it, so
Let's
yeah.
see. What else do we want to?
Okay,
What
okay,
else
just
are we
making
gonna
sure.
throw in that
Make sure I
backpack?
put that on the list.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because I remember he asks her every day, like, and a Starbucks gift card. She's like, maybe. And I haven't heard her say
Oh,
yes
man.
for sure yet.
Here's
So I was
how
like,
Here's how you sell this one. Here's how you seal the deal on this one. Look, we're giving away a backpack full of candy. These parents are going to hate us and leave our church. So what we do is we also include a Starbucks gift card that the parents will use as a peace offering so
That's
they don't
true.
hate us
Yes.
when their kids go crazy with all the candy.
Yep, good call.
So you need that Starbucks gift card
We do.
in that
We
backpack.
need that.
Yeah.
but there are a lot of kids that like drink coffee in the morning. Surprise! There's
That's
seventh
so
graders that go to school.
Yeah.
Like my wife teaches seventh grade. I go to her class and there's seventh graders walking in with
No
coffee.
way.
Like just Starbucks coffee. It's like
Pinky's
Wow.
out. Pinky's out.
That's crazy.
seventh graders.
Oh
Like just
man, did
a
they
venti-
know it stunts their growth? I wasn't allowed to drink coffee.
Actually,
it still
that's
didn't
not
work out for
true.
me.
That's
Yes,
a
it
lie.
is,
That's
Dex.
not true.
Yes, it is.
No, I mean,
My kids are only allowed to drink hot chocolate till they're 23.
yeah.
I want them to be sports athletes. So Blackout is happening on Halloween. Now, here's a question: how does somebody win it? Like, are we allowed to? Is there a way?
Well, you gotta
a
show
method
up
of
to
madness?
find out.
You
Go
guys
ahead,
gonna
man.
talk about it?
You got to show up to find out.
Okay.
Because we're
I like that.
We're doing something special with
Okay.
blacked out Nerf guns. And
Oh,
cool.
man.
So where?
Okay.
Tell everybody exactly where Legacy Church is. You know?
So we have 4 different locations, but this event specifically is happening not only on Halloween night, but we're doing an event on Tuesday night as well at our East
Okay.
Campus. That's on Montgomery and Wyoming, right next to the Starbucks. So if you like Starbucks,
Yep.
go get some Starbucks
Walking
before church.
distance.
It's walking distance. You can go to East Campus on Tuesday, and then Wednesday night is going to be at our Central Campus in between Coors and Unser on Central.
Yeah.
It's a big copper dome, Can't miss it.
You can see it from space.
See it almost.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Google Maps. Google
Yeah.
Earth.
So that's where it's happening, 6:30 both nights, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Perfect.
So both nights you have a chance to win the Vans backpack.
I love it, man. So
Yeah.
what all's going on that night? Like, I know you're talking about like the crazy and the fun, but clearly you guys are so ministry minded that obviously it's not just a crazy whatever. Like what all you guys got planned? Can you talk about it?
the basic the theme of the night is, and you're gonna like this. It's sin tried to black out Jesus, but Jesus blacked out sin.
Nice. That's
So
good.
that's the basic theme of the night.
Why a horror music?
It sounds creepier.
That should have been like
I know.
like an explosion.
We needed Justin to say that like creepily, like with like horror music in the background. Go ahead.
Sin blacked out Jesus. Or Jesus blacked out sin.
Ooh.
You just sounded.
That's good, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thriller laugh.
Which one?
The thriller laugh.
Ooh.
How'd it go? Was it like
The Thriller?
What was it?
It's like a deep.
It was a deep like.
I gotta hear it first. I don't know.
What? You gotta hear it first. I can tell you the whole speech. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour close at hand. Come on. Creatures crawling, search of blood. To terrorize y'all's neighborhood?
It's the most popular.
And whosoever shall be found.
You guys did the
I
Thriller
really,
laugh.
man, I
You guys
know
did
it.
the Thriller laugh.
Yeah, that's the end. That's Vincent Price. That's at the end, and then he laughs. No, that's not it.
That's
Tex,
not it.
you also failed.
That was it.
Man.
That's it, man. That's it right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Was that Stevo?
That's Stevo.
That is.
It does sound like Stevo. That's good, man. I didn't know you could hit that note.
That's
man.
amazing.
That's good.
Oh, so it's coming up Tuesday on the East Campus, Montgomery and Wyoming, and then Wednesday night, actually on Halloween, at the Dome,
Yeah, dude.
Central Unser area. Oh my gosh.
Appreciate you guys.
I love you guys.
Legacy Church.
Guys,
Legacy
thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Anytime.
Yeah. Shout out that Instagram. What's the Instagram where people go?
No, Ben, you've changed it 2-3 times. I stopped saying it from. I stopped saying it when I preach because I always mess up.
So it's no longer the UABQ. It's Young and Unashamed ABQ.
Young and Unashamed
Young and
ABQ.
Unashamed
There you go.
ABQ.
Beautiful.
Young and Unashamed ABQ.
Yeah.
Get there, follow them on Instagram, get all the details.
Yeah.
And there you go. Tuesday
Stevo,
night, East
give
Campus.
us a Michael Jackson.
Oh gosh.
One more time?
I
Should we do it one more time?
Hold on.
Oh.
Gosh. I'm clearing my throat and you're hitting it like a dumb. Do you know how radio works?
No, you don't. Be ready for it anytime. Let me hear it one more time, dude.
Okay. That does not sound. That's like the Pillsbury Doughboy trying to be Michael Jackson.
Oh my gosh. Clearly,
You
it's
speed that up a second, like just a touch, and it's the Pillsbury Doughboy. Is he still around? Does anybody remember the Pillsbury Doughboy?
Yeah.
I think
Are commercials still a thing? Do they have them?
Yeah, they actually do.
Oh,
use
man.
them. All right, Ben and Justin, thanks. Coming
Oh
in.
my
Thanks,
gosh.
guys.
All right, guys.
Amazing.
All right, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hang out. Hi, it's Dex. We want you to share your star story. How has Star 88 and the Morning Invasion impacted your life?
Hey guys, I'm calling to thank you for what you're doing. Every morning you wake up and make stupid, and it keeps me encouraged and it keeps me in Christ. And I hope you know how much you mean to me and to everyone out here in this army. Keep it up, keep us going, and we'll keep you in our prayers.
I'm upside down in the in-between.
Hi, so my mom died just recently, and every morning I turn on your show, and I'm so encouraged, and I enjoy so much the humor that you guys bring to my morning, and I have just been overjoyed to get to work and travel to work because I get to listen to your radio station. So thank you so much, because it brings joy to a really hard time in my life.
We want to hear your star story. Call us now, 505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. And share your star story.
A solar flare from Timothy Keller. The gospel is this: we are more sinful and flawed in ourselves than we ever dared believe. Yet at the very same time, we are more loved and accepted in Jesus Christ than we ever dared hope. Star 88. The Morning Invasion with Dax and Stevo on Star 88.
Hi, that's us. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, hey!
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining us. You guys can download the Star 88 app to your phone. Did you know that, guys? You can. You can stream us live. You can get us on demand. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us every morning. Hit that podcast on iTunes, go back to YouTube or Facebook Live. Here's my friend Stevo to sing a song
Gonna
about.
talk about something going down in our city.
I think we already did that.
Ben and Justin doing that very thing at Legacy Tuesday and Wednesday. But we got the cutest 5-year-old in the history of mankind doing something fun this evening, yeah.
That's cool, man.
His name is Brody, and he is my favorite human. In the history of the world, he's a really, 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 really good dude.
Which food do you like?
So if you wanna make him happy, then come on down.
I don't wanna do it.
He's got something going on tonight, and he's supposed to call us. But
yeah.
he hasn't dialed, and I'm singing this song, and it's getting annoying.
Yeah.
Where is my kid? Does he not know how to use a cell phone? No, seriously, Chrissy, if you're listening, what the heck is going on?
Can you come over
He's
to my
supposed
house?
to be calling us like 3 minutes ago. So my wife has
it ran
failed
out.
to send
Music
the music
ran out, man.
out, and she still hasn't called.
Yeah, that's cool.
What is happening? I just got a text. Oh, do you want me to call?
You texted her during the break and said 3 minutes, didn't you? Oh my gosh. Good morning. Who's this?
Hello?
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, Brody!
Oh, Brody, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah, you sound very excited to be awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Friday, my dude, and what do you got going on tonight?
Gonna go to Fall Fest.
You gonna go to Fall Fest?
Why'd you say it all scary, Brody? Like, Fall Fest.
Well, I mean,
that's cool.
I know. He's not talking
What's
much.
Fall Fest? Can you tell everybody what Fall Fest
I
is?
can't hear you, by the way.
He can't hear us, really?
Why?
I mean, do you have the phone up against your ear hole?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You got to put the phone. Yeah. So
there it
you
is.
put the phone up against your ear.
Yeah.
You can hear it a little better. Bubba, talk a little bit about Fall Fest. What do you got going on tonight?
People voting for me.
Yeah. Except,
What is that?
Except you got to say it to where people can actually understand anything that you're saying.
Yeah.
Everybody vote for kindergarten at Fall Fest.
Oh,
Everybody's
everybody's got to vote. Yeah, for
Why?
kindergarten at Fall Fest. So basically, there's a huge event tonight. It's absolutely free. It's off of Coors and Sage at Western Heights Church.
Yeah.
And that's where he goes to school,
That's
at Western
cool.
Heights Learning Center there.
Okay.
And there's a giant Fall Fest tonight. What's
Nice.
cool, what I love about it is every single classroom, they do a different, like, trunk or treat style thing.
Yeah?
It's like different games. There's tons of candy. There's food. Like I said, it's free. And each classroom creates a different game, and you can vote for your favorites.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
whatever class wins, what do you get if you win, Bubba?
A prize.
Well, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
the assumption is you would get a prize.
Maybe you get like a cool sticker or something.
So there's free food,
a
games,
magnet?
candy. There's free hay rides. Like
Hay
seriously,
rides?
dude. Hundreds of people in the community come out every year, and it's always a blast. And this year, Brody's in charge of doing something really cool for his class.
That's
so
cool, man.
What's the kindergarten class doing this year?
We're all gonna go to Fall Fest.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
Right. That's
I
what we've been
mean,
talking
that's-
about.
That's
But
what we're doing.
Don't you guys have your own booth, right?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to talk about it, or is it like
It's top secret. Is it top
Like,
secret?
Can you tell us about it?
I do not know.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. You don't know.
I don't want to do it.
Oh, I know.
man.
Brody, I'm just glad you're back on the radio since you got banned, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It's good to have you back, dude.
Yeah.
Missed you.
So, you sound so stoked to be alive right now,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
You didn't even stay up late? Oh, yeah, we did. We stayed up a little late last night because we were building a model.
I think your son's grown up now. I
I
don't
know.
A model of Optimus Prime.
Yes.
Oh.
I bought a model when I was in New York at New York Comic Con. It was an exclusive model. And tell everybody where I got it from. What company? What kind of company did I get it from?
A Japanese.
He got it right.
Oh.
He got it right.
Japanese?
Last night he
What?
saw the little Japanese symbols,
Yeah?
and he goes, "I know what that is. That's Spanish." And I'm like, "And that's close." And you're 5, so
Oh.
it works out. But we built a model that Brody and I started it, and we thought this will be a fun little 30-minute activity. 4 hours.
I can't believe you guys finished that thing because I saw the layout on your story and I was like, that's going to take a week at least.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
So we built a model last night.
It took like a whole day.
Yeah, it took like a whole day. Took like a whole day. What was your favorite part, though?
The head.
The head.
Yeah.
Dude, we had to build Optimus Prime's little head, and it was like the mask, the eyes were like a quarter of a centimeter. We had to get tweezers and put them into each eye hole.
Did you take a picture
No
of
joke.
the end product?
Yeah, at Stevo Jeets on
I don't
Instagram.
think I saw that yet.
Oh, yeah. At Stevo Jeets. We actually finished it. So it was really cool. So, yeah.
Okay.
Tonight, meet and greet, bro. That's what Pat says, basically, if you want to meet Brody. So.
Are you going to be signing autographs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, people want to know why Brody was banned a couple months ago.
Oh, there it is.
So.
We can't talk about it. Lawyers said we
lawyers
should
said,
probably just not mention it again,
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it, Brody? Is something you want to say?
You've been gone from the radio for a while.
I don't want to do it.
Okay, well. We don't have to.
Love you, Brody.
You do you, buddy.
It's cool, dude.
So,
man. How old's Brody? Is he 15, 16 now?
Brody, how old are you?
5.
How many days until your birthday?
1 month.
1 month.
1 month. How many days till Santa Claus comes?
After my birthday.
After my birthday, yes.
No, yeah, Santa Claus doesn't really matter in Jeter House when
No.
Brody's birthday is on the way.
That's true.
Let's be honest. Really, nothing else matters.
Yeah, I know. That's
So, I get asked every day, how many more sleeps until my birthday? Brody, do you know how many sleeps until your birthday?
I do not know.
Okay, well, I'll tell you right now, there's 24 more sleeps until your birthday.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So.
There.
All right, Brody. Well, you have a great day. I hope you have a great time at that party.
Yeah, we'll be there tonight, bud. So we'll see you. We'll hang out. Make sure we vote for your booth and stuff.
All right.
So
dude.
have a great day at school, kiddo.
You too.
Thank you.
Oh,
Can't wait to go to school.
man.
Love you.
At work.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
See
Go
you,
drink
buddy.
some water.
Yeah,
Okay.
your voice is changing. You're
All
going
right.
through that puberty.
Yes, all right.
Whew. Thanks, Brody. Love you. All right, bye.
You didn't say I love you. That's hilarious.
We'll see.
Oh, he said I
Man,
love you to me.
you know what happened to Brody?
I think he's a grump.
Is he okay? He used to be
the sweetest.
The sweetest.
Are you saying my kid's not sweet, bro?
Well, I mean,
Did you just say my kid's not
I
sweet?
feel like he's changed a little.
The funny thing is, last night I feel bad because he all week has been talking about wanting to call the morning show because he wanted to tell everybody in the Starmie about Fall Fest because he wants everybody to vote for him. Here's my favorite thing: they're doing this contest, and I was hoping he was going to say it on the radio, and of course he didn't. There's all these different prizes, and he came home with this sheet of paper and was like, if I sell, like, remember when you were in school and it was
Yeah.
like you sold books or you sold all these things, you get prizes? There's all these different prizes, and I'm like, well, of course these prizes aren't worth it because it's like,
Right.
if you sell 15 to 20 items, whatever. There is a rainbow poop emoji
Oh
doll.
my gosh, are you serious?
A rainbow poop emoji doll.
That's kind of cool. Is that
And
what he
that's
wanted?
all he's been talking about. Daddy, I want that rainbow poop emoji. And I'm like, you're 5. You want the what?
Which food do you like?
Yeah.
Brody,
So-
you still there? Uh-huh. Yeah?
Hey, so if anybody's actually really interested The address is 6415 Sage Road Southwest. It's on the corner of Sage and Coors. It's happening from 6 to 8 p.m. Free food. There's games. There's candy. There's hay rides.
Love them hay rides, you know? Cool, man. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Compelling radio this morning.
Compelling radio.
Thanks, family.
Let's take a quick break, guys. Just a quick one. Sam Swan coming up at 8. Also, Tom Paine from The Walking Dead. He plays Jesus. He's going to be on the show at 8 as well. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang out.
Exposing the enemy. Here's a Star 88 PowerPoint from Pastor Jimmy Evans.
What is the foundation for your marriage? Is it what you see on TV? Is it your mom and dad? God bless your mom and dad, but I'm saying, where did you get the information that you're basing your marriage off of? I'm just saying, if your marriage is not based on the Word of God, it's not going to last. And even if it does survive, the devil's going to do a tremendous amount of damage to you because it's not based on the Word. But when you build your marriage on the Word of God, it's going to stand the test of time. Let me talk about children for just a minute, parenting. Proverbs 22:6 says to train your children up in the ways of the Lord. And when they get old, they won't depart from it. Well, so let me say this. I know you want your children to be popular, but there's no promise in the Bible about your children being popular.
That's Jimmy Evans on a PowerPoint from Star 88.
I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tell me to someone who will love me. Yeah, wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Find another reason to breathe this air. And that we made for ourselves. This won't be the last time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tell me to someone who will love me. Yeah, I know it when I met you. I'm not the only one who's alone. Find me soon and take me home. I know it when I saw you. I'm not the only one hanging on. Tell me to someone who will love me. Oh, never in my life did I want to see you more than this. And every time you're lost, I wonder if you know you're missed. I'm breathing when I can, and I only hope you're watching this. I hope you know that I exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tell me to someone who will love me. Yeah,
packages were intercepted. The most recent targets, former Vice President Joe Biden and actor Robert De Niro, both of whom have suggested they'd like to punch Mr. Trump. So it is now 10 suspected bombs, now sent to 8 people.
Tracking a nor'easter, part of the same system that massive hurricane had slammed ashore, then rain across Texas and the South. Well, now the East Coast is in the path and then threatening the Carolinas, D.C., New York, up through Boston.
Megyn Kelly reportedly out at NBC.
This after she was a no-show on her own program.
Ford recalling more than 1 million Ford Focuses over fear that the engine could stall.
The recall covers vehicles from 2012 through 2018.
Trump administration is expected to deploy hundreds of additional troops to the U.S.-Mexico border.
To head off a caravan of migrants seeking asylum.
U.S. officials have been concerned for months that President Trump has been discussing sensitive information on his non-secure iPhone with people like Sean Hannity of Fox News. And now the New York Times reports the Chinese and Russians are routinely eavesdropping.
Oh, the Chinese, I tell you what. It's always the Chinese, you know?
I blame Obama.
I know you do.
Goblins in my driveway, monsters on my street. Wow. Every kid in this neighborhood is here to trick or treat. I can't pay my mortgage. They repossessed my car. But all these little brats this year will demand a candy bar. I ain't got no Snickers.
All right, that's enough out of you.
You'll get no chocolate fix.
Okay.
Open up that plastic
I
pumpkin.
knew you
Here's
loved this
some
song.
stuff and mix. I said stove top.
Oh, gosh. Let's just move on from that. I don't know how that got in there. Rotation there. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Fun Joke Friday, Party Horn Friday.
So many different iterations of
Right,
Friday.
man. Friday is just the best day because Sam Swan will be joining us coming up at 8. Tom Paine, who plays Jesus from The Walking Dead, will be on the show at 8. It's going to be so great.
Matt asked a question on Facebook, wanted to know, hey, can you ask him why his name is Jesus on the show?
No, we cannot.
We don't have to. It's because he looks like Jesus on the show.
Seriously, is that why?
Yeah,
Did
that's
you
really
Google it,
why.
bro?
That's not his... I didn't have to Google it. I used to read the comic book. His character's real name is Paul Rovia, but everyone calls him Jesus because he's got a big beard and really long hair, and he's super passive. That's not a joke.
Okay. I mean, it makes
That's
sense.
why.
That makes sense, man.
So, yeah.
That's cool. Really, his real name's Paul Rovia.
No, not. I mean, his real name's Tom Paine, but on the show,
yeah, on the show,
yes.
it's Paul Rovia.
Jesus is not his actual name. Yeah, that's just the nickname. Very nice.
How do you say his last name?
Paine?
No, in Walking Dead.
Rovia. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, good morning, everybody. That's at 8 o'clock. It'll be a lot of fun. So many questions coming in. It's just crazy. But you
Some
know what? We
lighthearted
got our own
conversation about the
questions, so
moral
we probably
law
won't
and
even
the-
get to those that you guys send in.
Wow.
Just saying.
At least you're honest.
I only get 10 minutes with them.
We
you know?
really do
You
only
know
get
what
10
I'm
minutes
saying?
with them. I know. I
Only
know
get
exactly
10
what you're
minutes.
saying.
It's our interview, guys. Just spot out, all right?
Wow.
Whoa.
I mean, if there's good questions, we'll ask them. I mean,
all right. You're right.
saying.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It's okay.
I gotta talk about this woman who stole a cop car in front of 3 cops.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did you just say cop car?
Yeah. This woman, she got arrested. Okay, All right. So they handcuffed her, and here they are, arguing with her.
Who's Steven to you?
Steven, well, he used to be a friend, but obviously I'm rethinking the whole friendship thing.
Okay. All right. Well, Steven took the vehicle without permission. Okay. It was reported as stolen. Okay. So you're in possession of it.
I didn't know.
Okay, so that you got to see this video, Stevo. Look it over here. Look over. So they put her in the cop car. Okay. They put her in the front seat of the cop car.
She's tragic. She's sad. She was lied to by her friend Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't know any better, right?
So the cops are sitting there having a conversation about this woman who they just put in the cop car. Again, she's handcuffed. And check this out, Stevo. She jumps into the...
What is she doing?
Oh, my God.
And she jumps into the driver's seat and takes off. So then, of course, there's the
David
camera view of
136
inside.
suspect just stole my vehicle.
Oh, that's the cops' car. So they're running out. This is cops. Oh, this is great. So they're on foot trying to chase this woman who just stole the cop car. Remember, she's got handcuffs on.
Did she just ran home?
She just ran home. Yeah. I think this guy's trying to cut her off. They did end up catching up with her.
There she is. Come here now.
Oh, taser. Please
No,
taser.
don't tase me, bro.
Yep.
Get on the ground.
Gosh, I want to be a cop so bad.
Wow. You just stole a police car.
No, I'm going to jail for over.
You just stole a police car in front of 3 police officers.
Who's at fault here? I mean, is it her fault or is it the cop's fault?
It is her fault, bro.
I feel like these cops should be like in a
Talk
little bit
to
of
her
trouble.
about, hey man, maybe next time you handcuff somebody that was stealing in possession of a stolen vehicle,
Right.
don't put him in the front seat of your vehicle unattended.
What is she doing? Try to steal your car.
Stop! He just takes off.
What is she doing?
What is she doing?
Tulsa, Oklahoma, everyone.
What is she doing?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, and aren't you supposed to handcuff them with their hands behind their back? Because they didn't do that.
I mean, I don't want to tell anybody how to do their job.
I mean, I'm just sitting here going, I don't know if she should be in a whole lot of trouble. You know, I mean, I feel like the cops maybe need to think of a new career.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're cut out to be cops.
What's interesting is that people are saying that show, we're talking cops, the cameraman's run faster than the officers.
Well, you got to think about the officers are wearing the bulletproof
That's
vest.
true.
They have all their gear on. It's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. And the cameraman's just sporting this giant camera and all of the packs and gear
Right.
for the camera and stuff.
You
No,
know,
you're right.
Stevo, I'll never forget the time I was on the SWAT team.
Okay.
And that gear.
You've never been on the
I had
SWAT
to get
team.
over a wall.
He
and
did.
I needed help.
He couldn't clear the wall, guys.
It's too much gear, and
Yeah.
it's super tight.
Mhm.
And gosh, I really want to try the SWAT. Can we do the SWAT course again?
I would
do you think
love
I'm
to
ready?
do the SWAT course again.
Do you
with
think I
now.
could finish it?
Yes, you could.
You think so?
I think you would have finished it last time. What he's talking about is we did a run for charity. We did the SWAT obstacle course, and I don't want to brag that I cleared it in under the time it takes for a
That's
SWAT
true.
officer to
No,
clear it.
he did. That's true.
However, I did.
Well, the only reason I didn't clear it is because, they gave me a stupid uniform to put on that didn't It
was a flight suit.
It was a flight suit that didn't fit me. Yeah. I was, about 40 pounds heavier at the time. But,
You know what would be interesting, and I'm not even joking? You would probably crush the obstacle course now, including the mile run before.
I wonder.
And then clear the obstacle course. I don't know if I'd finish at this point.
See, that's what I want to try.
Because I haven't, yeah.
I'm in top physical
I
shape
took a
right
year
now.
off of working
I'm in
out.
top physical
and
shape.
I am not doing so well.
Yeah, I don't know if you get over the wall
I
now.
don't either.
I might need to actually do the course again and come back and save you. That's what happens if you need help. The person has to do the course again till they get back to you, and then they can help you over any obstacle that you need help with.
I don't want to do
So
the
poor
course
Teo
again.
had to I think he had to do it twice or something for me. Yeah, we need to set that up again. Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun. Where are my SWAT brothers out there? Brothers and sisters out there. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat that time. I'm going to beat your record. Anyways, Oklahoma police, come on. Let's get it together a little bit, huh?
Okay.
This is ridiculous. I mean, look at this girl.
Yeah.
If that face doesn't say, hey, I'm going to steal a cop car.
Okay.
I don't know what does. That's crazy, man. Yeah, let's put her in the front seat with her, handcuffs in front of her.
Don't worry, guys. We put her in the passenger seat.
Yeah,
so
she'll be fine.
There's no way
What is
she'll
she doing?
climb over.
Try to steal your car.
Oh, no.
Stop. Yeah, there she goes.
And gone.
Yep.
And she's gonna be
David
gone.
36.
Hey, guys, if you could not tell anybody else about this, that'd
What
be,
is she doing?
That'd be really great.
What
if you
is
could
she
just
doing?
make sure this does not go viral. Listen, you guys are all here. You could have said for me to put her in the back, too. So
That's the greatest piece of audio
this
ever.
is on all of us.
You guys
Let's
have to
just
see it.
go ahead and make sure this doesn't make it to the internet.
You guys have to see it. It's so great. She just jumps on over.
What is she doing?
What is she?
Try to steal your car.
Well, she is. There she goes. Yeah. Okay, another thing. You left the keys in the car running? What? Really, Oklahoma Police Department? Are you kidding me? story. Did they get fired? Do you feel like they should have gotten fired for this? I kind of feel like they should have gotten fired. You know what I'm saying?
No, I am just as curious as you, because they placed her in the front seat.
And this poor girl,
with the car running,
she now has a stolen vehicle on her record because she stole a police car. Clearly, it wasn't her fault.
Okay, they found her in possession of a stolen vehicle.
I don't think so.
And
I'm pretty sure
stuck
it
her
was
in the front seat,
that cop car
with their car running.
Yeah. Man, it doesn't say anything about the police officers. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, well, we have a lot of cops out there that listen to the show. It's a little friendly reminder.
When capturing someone who has clearly just stolen a vehicle, don't stick them in the front seat.
Yeah, and maybe handcuff them with their hands behind their back.
I mean, again, I don't want to tell anybody how to do their job.
I mean, maybe
you can.
Maybe don't leave the cop car running.
Yeah.
What is she doing?
What is she doing?
Try to steal your car.
Well, there she goes.
Stop!
Yep.
Yeah. That's bad.
David 136.
So is meth, you know?
Yeah, it's bad.
All right. Well, I mean, we've learned a little lesson here.
Yep.
And we got more lessons to learn.
No.
I'm not really sure how slow this criminal is, but let me just say this criminal is very slow.
Oh,
okay.
But you just said you're not sure how.
I'm going to
slow.
say very slow, but then let's read on and see how slow very slow really is.
Okay.
Deborah.
Oh, Deb. Good old Debs.
Oh, Debs thought it'd be a good idea to cash a bogus check using someone else's ID in Lincoln, Nebraska last Saturday. Then she crashed her car trying to outrun the cops, and she got arrested. But a 23-year-old guy named DeAndre was also in the car with her, working as her accomplice. DeAndre took off on foot.
Of course he did.
And somehow a random guy managed to chase him down on a riding lawnmower.
I love everything about this.
I mean, DeAndre... Hold on.
Sir, we're trying to do a radio story. If you can just
There we go.
move. Thank you. Gosh.
DeAndre is so slow. I mean, I said very slow at the beginning.
Yeah.
Let me tell you just how slow
sorry.
DeAndre
He's
is.
coming back. Sir,
DeAndre is slow.
Sir, I'm going to need you to move the other one. We're trying to do a news story.
It'll pass.
On the radio.
Hold on.
Okay.
So much grass here at Calvary. Let me tell you just how slow DeAndre is.
He's making
that was a fast one. Okay. Well, yeah.
This guy's throwing Brody's in the parking lot, bruh.
Okay. Oh my gosh, there's police helicopter footage of this? Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Tell me. Okay.
I don't know
Where's
what's
DeAndre?
better.
Where's DeAndre at? Okay, well, let's see. Where's
there
DeAndre?
he is on foot.
Oh, there's
He's on
DeAndre.
foot. He's on foot.
Where's
He's
the,
running.
Show me the
He's
lawnmower.
running.
Where's
the helicopter is
There's
circling.
the lawnmower.
Oh my God. Hey,
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. That's actually
That's
a really
actually a
fast
pretty
lawnmower.
fast lawnmower.
That lawnmower is flying.
Wow, there's DeAndre. Okay, all right, we're gonna see.
He's trying to get away.
All right, he's gonna pop out here.
He's
got
to pop out in it. Yeah. From one of the neighbors. Oh,
there's
is that
the
a
cops.
police officer?
There's
Yep.
the cops. Yep.
Oh.
So I guess the lawnmower guy already caught up to him. Yep. No, poor DeAndre.
It
Just
was
not fast enough.
curmudgeon. Get off my lawn!
Man, it's fall. Are we still cutting grass here? Unbelievable.
Dude, Dento says I'm in the process of converting a snapper riding mower into a go-kart. It should wheelie down the block.
What?
I'm not going to lie. That was a fast lawnmower. I'm like, come on, man. Riding lawnmower, and then it's like, wah!
Yeah.
That thing flew.
Yeah, it turns out the guy on the lawnmower, his name's John Massey. He was working a job for a lawn care company. When he saw it all go down, he ended up catching up to DeAndre, and then the cops showed up, boom, arrested DeAndre, and Now, both those criminals, they're going to jail facing charges for criminal possession of a transaction device. That's right, everybody. Don't be writing them hot checks, you know?
By the way, remember Starmy chimed in wanting to back up the Tulsa Police Department? If you go back and look at the video, her hands were actually cuffed behind her back. And you see her wiggling. Whoop, whoop.
Is that for real?
That's for real.
Is that for real?
That is for real.
Okay, I'm going to have to do a little investigation.
Yeah, handcuffed behind her back.
Let's see here.
And yeah,
so I just want to double check.
Just so you know, just wanting to let everyone.
I just want to make sure that this is true because you know I don't want to give out fake news. All right,
and that's what a member of Starmy said. I just watched the video. Her hands were actually cuffed behind her back.
Okay.
So
you know what? You know what? What?
Wow.
No, they're not.
No, she did like this weird flippy thing.
She got out of them?
No, she didn't get out of them. She like flipped. Haven't you ever been hanging? It's really easy to like.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Watch this.
Wow.
Watch this, man.
Yeah, that
it's not
works.
working.
Yeah.
It'll totally work if I. Yeah.
Wow, man, that girl. Jeez. Okay.
What is she doing?
What is she doing?
Trying to steal your car.
It's Felony Friday, guys. Felony Friday. Just trying to train you guys up to not be stupid criminals. So.
Gosh, can we talk to the mayor about bringing cops back?
I mean, no.
I feel like we need cops back in the city.
It was actually banned from Albuquerque.
Yeah, because the mayor at the time said it was bad for the city.
It was bad for the city.
It wasn't. It was great.
Okay.
It was great. It was like Central was the most popular place for tourism.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh yeah, I remember that from Cops episode 47.
You know what's hilarious? And this, seriously, I love Albuquerque. I love the city. We talk about it regularly. Our community. Love it, man. The mayor had cops banned from the city because they said it was really poor advertising of our city.
Mayor Marty Chavez.
Yeah. We no longer allowed here because it's giving our city a bad rap. What is Albuquerque known for now?
Blue meth.
Yes.
That's right. Good job.
Now.
Good job. Yeah,
they're like, we got to get this reality TV show out of here. But we need to bring Hollywood in. How do we get that? Let's start making TV shows here. Oh, here's one. It's called Breaking Bad.
Right. Yeah.
The irony of banning a TV show from this city because it gave our city a bad rap. And then the next popular thing that comes out is Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Touche, world. Touche.
And you talking about that and how it makes our city look bad.
Yeah.
I honestly never really looked at Cops that way or even Breaking Bad because the way I look at it, man, I really feel like Cops was an educational program.
Yeah.
I mean, you learned a lot about stupid criminals and how police officers work and
how
what happens
always
if you
get caught.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, same thing. Guess what happens if you decide to do drugs, kids?
Yeah.
Oh, your life falls apart and you lose everything?
I did like that it really showed the downfall and how this man was wanting to do something good for his family in the beginning. But it's like all sin.
Man.
It starts off, with this certain motive, but it corrupts. And
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it did not go well for him.
All right. What we're going to do is, since Tom Paine from The Walking Dead is calling in
I'm
at
so
8,
excited.
we're going to take just a quick 2-minute break. We're going to come back. If we have time, we'll squeeze in one more stupid criminal story before Mr. Paine calls in. Plays Jesus on The Walking Dead. We'll talk to him in just a few minutes. We're live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang out.
What's next for our world? Here's Skip Heitzig with this hotspot.
One of the great attributes of God is that he knows the end from the beginning. He has omniscience, and he can tell what's going to happen before it even happens.
And get this about the Lord.
He makes hundreds of detailed predictions so that when they come to pass, people will look at the fulfillment and look back at the great God who made them and place their faith and trust in him.
Here's a sizzling point from Skip.
The second coming of Jesus Christ is the culmination of all Christian hope throughout all of the centuries. Our Lord taught us to pray, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven."
Find Skip's full teaching library at connectwithskip.com. Now this from Skip.
So when you think of what's next, also think of what will happen after that next thing. Ultimately, we're going to be with him in glory.
Hotspot. A Star 88 Supernova with Greg Laurie.
The Christian is indestructible until God is done with it. So you don't have to walk around fearing death every day. What if I die today? I might die. Yeah, listen, you're indestructible until God is done with you. But what about when God's done with me? Then you're dead. But if you're a Christian, you're also in the presence of the Lord. So you don't decide that. You don't have to worry about that. You don't need to stress out over that. Having said that, I should also point out, I do not want to take unnecessary risks and test the Lord. You shall not test the Lord your God, Christ responds. Now that brings us to our final point. What is the primary weapon we should use to resist temptation? Answer, the Word of God.
Catch Greg Laurie's teaching show, A New Beginning, on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on 107.1 FM.
Here's a story of a man named Jack who had a very famous edgy morning show. Then one day, this Dexter lost his job. He was all alone. Till one day when this Dexter met this fellow, and they knew that Stevo was the one. And this duo would somehow form a show. The morning invasion became their show. Became their show.
Became their show.
Became their show.
Became their
The
show.
morning invasion became their show.
This is KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Star 88, New Mexico's fresh alternative.
So fresh, girl. So fresh and clean. Good morning. Welcome to it. It's Friday. Thanks for joining us on Facebook and YouTube at Star 88 FM. Thanks to Ben and Justin for hooking us up with this pumpkin scone. It's pretty sweet. Just getting those health benefits from pumpkin, you know? Coming up here in just a couple minutes, he goes by Jesus in a fictional show called The Walking Dead. His real God-given name is Tom Paine. He's a beautiful man.
Yep.
They call him Jesus because, well, he looks like Jesus. He's actually British, which everybody's going to freak out. I just wanted to, say that before he calls in because, I always freak out.
He plays an American on The Walking Dead.
I always freak. Do you freak out too when you have no idea that like your favorite
like
actor
Charlie
is
Hunnam from
yeah. You're like, whoa,
what?
Wait.
What is that accent? Well,
he's not American.
Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick Grimes.
Yeah,
he's also British.
Unbelievable, man.
Maggie,
who knew?
She's also British.
Who knew that
a lot of the cast
Brits
is
can
British?
Act. Yeah, Brits, man. We as Americans, man, we just kind of like we live in this little bubble and we just feel like we're just better than everybody else. And we're like, wait, you can act? You guys can act across the pond? That's cool.
Wow, Gento's missing it. He asked a question on YouTube. What's worse, lawlessness or legalism? And I said, well, that's like asking what's worse, cocaine or methamphetamines. They're both killers. They're terrible. And he said, yeah, but meth is man-made and cocaine comes from plants that God made. Nope, you missed it. You really missed it, bro.
Wow, you know what?
You really missed it.
Go into the corner. You're in timeout. You think about what you just said.
So I think for you, it's legalism because, man, did you just take them.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Here's the deal.
Both are killers and terrible, and you should never even get near them.
What? Oh, you're. Never mind.
Here's the deal.
Yeah, Walking Dead. It's going to be canceled any day now.
It probably is, and it's not even a show that we're definitely not here promoting that. So I'm really, really excited though to talk to him about moral law, about his character. He plays a character named Jesus.
Yeah.
And really, that's who he is of the show. He's the I don't want to say passive. He's just, I immediately think of the New Testament in the book of John where it's like the new commandment to love one another. right? So there's all these laws, there's all these commands, and Jesus is like, here's the new command, and they're living in this new world where there kind of really isn't a law, and the laws are governed and made up by these people based upon their personal belief, opinion, sway, whatever you want, and they've got to decide what's actually right. So
yeah, I feel like they kind of missed the boat on that character Jesus though in the show, because he it seems like he's like kind of a ninja in some ways, you know, like he's when they first introduced I know he's calling. Darn it. Hey, good morning, Carl.
Hey, it's David Levin's wife, brother.
David! Oh my gosh, miss your face.
I miss your face too. I'm sorry I didn't see you at Comic-Con.
I know. I'm sorry. We're busy.
Well,
what can you do?
What can you do? What can you do? You
So
know what I'm saying?
I've been waiting my whole life to say these words to you guys.
Yeah.
I have Jesus on the line.
Oh my gosh, you have Jesus on the line.
You know what? We've been amped about this more than any other interview in the history of ever. As Christians, you know, I've been wanting to talk with Jesus for.
Hold on, I'm going to bring him on.
Okay,
Hold on.
all right.
Okay, guys, I have Jesus on the line.
Oh my
Beautiful,
gosh.
beautiful.
Jesus, are you there?
I've followed you most of my life, so this is perfect.
Hello. Oh,
Tom!
Wait a second. Jesus, you're British?
Wait, Jesus is
Yes.
British?
Yes, I'm sorry. Didn't you know?
This whole time I thought you were from the Middle East, and I'm just so thrown off.
Jesus is American, dude.
What? No,
Yeah.
that's also not true.
Oh, it's not?
Dude, welcome to the show.
Yeah,
we are
man.
so excited to have you on here.
So excited.
Thank you, guys. Happy to be here.
Yeah, his name's Tom Paine, by the way.
Have you ever actually been to New Mexico?
Have I been to New Mexico? I've been to, San Antonio is Texas, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been to New Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna have
Well,
to get
you're
you out
gonna
to New
have to
Mexico.
change that, you know, with Netflix coming
Yeah,
and all
this
these
is true.
shows.
I hear.
Yeah.
I hear there's a lot of work going on down there.
There
lot of
is
work.
quite a bit of work. So
Yeah, well, you're part of Walking Dead. I feel like you don't have to do much in your life after that because you kind of made it, right? You know, you're set.
We'll see. Who knows?
Right. Well, and that's what I wanted to talk about, actually. I had a chance to go out to New York for New York Comic-Con and, Madison Square Garden and see, The Walking Dead. Fans are rabid and insane and smelly, and I was like, I'm staying away from that. How has your life changed since becoming a character on this television show?
Wow. Actually, it's funny you should mention Madison Square. So the first time I encountered the fans was me and my lady went to the premiere of season 6, and I had just shot 3 episodes, been out there, shot 3 episodes, and then that was it. And then we went to the premiere, which was at Madison Square Garden with these thousands of screaming fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to lie, I was a bit scared by the whole thing.
I was there. I was there. So, yeah.
I was like, it was crazy. I was sat there in the audience watching everyone screaming and everything on stage and just thinking, oh, wow, this is going to change things. It's that moment when you kind of get everything that you want, you think that you want, and then you go, oh, no, maybe I didn't want this.
Right.
Because it's a life adjustment, it has been. But it's been wonderful. I've been very fortunate. I play a character which people have really enjoyed and who people like. So anytime I ever meet anyone in the street, they're just so happy to see me and talk about how much they love the show and my character, and that's never a bad thing. So it's honestly it's a little bit of a life adjustment because you need to get on with your life and do your grocery shopping and stuff without stopping every 5 minutes. So
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
You learn certain techniques like the baseball cap and the sunglasses and all that kind of stuff, which I always thought was kind of a crappy disguise because I'm like, well, obviously that's someone trying to hide.
Yeah.
But what it basically does is it means that you never make eye contact with people, and by the time that they recognize that it's someone that they might know, you're gone.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it works. I love this. Every superhero movie, they always just do that. And I'm like, Captain America is wearing a baseball cap and sunglasses. Everyone still knows that's Captain America, right? So I guess it works.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tom Paine, who plays Jesus on Walking Dead, is hanging out with us. So let's go back to talking about your character, because before you called in, I was talking about how I feel like your character got gypped a little bit, dude, and I'm not going to lie. When they introduced Jesus to us, it was like, man, this guy, He's like a ninja. This guy can like disappear and reappear places. Like he's got mixed martial arts moves. He can get out of handcuffs.
He can walk through walls. He can turn water into wine.
And then it's like, yeah, they didn't really spend as much time as like developing the character. Like, when are you going to get your own like one episode like all the other characters?
Yeah, I know. We should have like Jesus origins.
Yes,
or something, you know,
right?
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I would love that, you know. But there's a lot of characters and a lot to spread around. But I'm just very happy that they gave me such a badass entrance. And you know, Jesus is responsible for the whole Negan storyline. So if you if you found the all-out war a little bit boring, then you could just blame Jesus.
I got to tell you though, man, as a cast member, you say that you know there's so many different storylines, but obviously we know that this year it's kind of thinning out. You know, we got Rick Grimes, the countdown every week. It's like, wow, we only got 2 more episodes with this dude.
Well, and they've been super public about that as well, which is kind of nice for us.
Yeah,
means we can talk about it.
That's what I was going to say. As a cast member, knowing someone is leaving, is it better or worse for you? You know, versus all of a sudden, you know, from week to week, next thing you know, oh, well, that character's dead. Has this been better or worse?
I think better. Like, we would all love to know at the beginning of the season who's going and who's not going. And I mean, the reality of that is that they are writing it. They do an arc, but things do change as we go along during the season for various reasons. But the Rick thing was plotted out from the beginning, so we knew that was coming, and the episodes were written in such a way that there is an arc that is completed, which is nice. It's nice to be, you know, because what I've been telling people in interviews as well is that whenever the show ends for me, I'd like to get back to doing something which has a beginning, middle, and end for a character. So whenever I see that in the script, it's really nice. Like, you know, you can see how they've plotted that out. And because otherwise, we're just going episode to episode. And then we are also finding out who's dying about 10 days in advance each time.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, crazy.
As a viewer, I think that we are kind of like seeing, you know, you guys promoting like, oh, Rick, 2 days left until Rick is gone. And it's like, oh, really? But then you go back to like Glenn and like how he went out and remember how everybody was like, I'm never watching again. I hate The Walking Dead. And then it was like, do you think maybe the guys were going, you know what? Maybe we should
just
soften the blow a little bit, you know? We're going to kill off the main character.
I think so. I think they've been trying a different technique this year.
Yeah, okay.
Because I do know, like, I mean, you know, I meet people all the time who are like, well, I stopped watching when Glenn died. I stopped watching when Carl died. And I stopped watching, you know, so I do think they're trying to lessen that drama.
I'll tell you what, I as a fan and as a Christian, I got to say this is probably my most interested I've ever been in the series because specifically your character. I love what is coming up. It's kind of less, it seems less about the monster, less about the zombie, and more about the depravity of man. And your character is very central to that. Kind of this story arc right now with Maggie and everybody, and, you know, like the moral law versus Maggie's ideas of what should be done and executions and imprisonment and you kind of, it's funny as the Jesus character, if you will, are going, hey man, let's love our neighbor. Let's love one another. This is the greatest commandment there is, to love. And yet we're seeing this divisive, you know, many different communities because they all have different ideas of what is, quote, good. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I think that's always been the conversation within the show of all people's different ideas of the best way to move forward and the best way to deal with different situations. And that had kind of coalesced around Rick, and it was all about, okay, we'll just follow Rick and he makes the decisions and we'll just follow that. But in recent times, that's been questioned by Daryl and by Maggie, and choosing the best way to move forward isn't as clear-cut as it used to be, especially now that all of the communities are much more distant because it takes more time because we don't have cars in the same way that we used to.
Yeah.
So people are with their own thoughts a lot more, and it's not just the group together in Alexandria. So I think that brings up its own issues of, okay, well, if Maggie sits on her own, and I mean, Jesus is very aware of that, like, and he's going to counsel her and try and help her make the right decision. But she's on her own at the hilltop, going over, what happened, and how Negan is still alive, and it's grinding her up.
Yeah.
And she's going to go and do something about it.
Man, love everything about it. Tom, thank you so much. I know that your time is short with us, but thank you so much for everything you do, and again, really stoked on this this story arc with you especially. It's really cool to watch.
Yeah,
it unfold,
and of course, Walker Stalker Convention in Atlanta. Our Stormy member out there, if you're in Atlanta, you're going to be doing that.
So you get to go hang out with all the scary people that don't let you grocery shop. So very cool.
All you creepy stalkers.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Tom, thank you so much, man.
Bye, David.
All right.
Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
Jesus.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you, man. So what do you think, Sam, about episode what are we season 9
episode
4 when Maggie
it was a little slow for me.
took over. How did
it was
you
a little
feel?
slow for me. I didn't feel like the story got going fast enough.
I couldn't imagine you watching 5 minutes of it. Although I will say, and again, not condoning anything of it, because it's a very mature theme. I do enjoy watching the season. I watched the entire season yesterday,
Did you
catching
really?
up, because I wanted to have a good interview.
Oh
with
yeah,
him,
absolutely.
because I had not,
Sure.
and it's gone in a direction of the depravity of man, and you can very clearly see this character's name is Jesus, and he really is like the Christ figure within this community, wanting peace for all men, and they're like, no, but because this bias or because of that or the past, and I can't get past that. And he had a very clear line in the last episode about forgiveness and mercy, and well, when is it right to forgive versus when is it right to execute type thing? I mean, literally.
Yeah.
And so I was watching this going, there's got to be more to this than what's on the surface with, quote, zombies.
Yeah.
I've heard that the storyline is really good. I watched early on, like maybe a few minutes of, I think it was season 2. I thought, everybody's talking about this show.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch. And I watched about 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and I was like, I've seen enough zombie guts to last me forever. I don't need to see any more.
That's what's kind of weird about it is
if it wasn't so graphic, I would enjoy it.
Now it's weird because the zombie or walkers, they're just kind of in the background, and it's just part of their lives.
Right.
You know? Because
it's
they're
more,
slow
because it's like any other show. It's really not about the zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the walkers. It's about the people, the characters.
Well,
and I totally get that, because that's why I like the shows that I like. It has nothing to do with what the theme of it is about. Right. It has everything to do with the character interaction and how they get along or how they don't get along and how they support each other or how they have fights like family, whatever. That early on, because it was so graphic.
It was.
And I wasn't grossed out by it. I was just like, this is dumb.
Yep.
Why do I want to see?
I think that's why most people are like, it's slow now, and I don't like it. And I'm like, I like it way more because it's not
because
about
the stories
that
are better. Yeah.
Now they're actually developing characters and it's drama.
So maybe I'll pick it up in season 4 without knowing anything about it.
It's still The Walking
Is this pretty
Dead. It's still
gnarly?
gnarly.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not telling you to.
Well,
I'm not telling Sam Swan, the Baptist
then
Convention
I am
pastor,
confessing that I really didn't watch the latest episode. I was just making that up. I didn't know if you could hear that in my tone of voice or not.
I do like. There's been a few different shows that have come out that type of theme to it that I really enjoy, and I guess that's why I kind of I've stuck with The Walking Dead for so long.
Yeah, same.
Because I can relate. Because
you can relate to post-apocalyptic society.
I can
because
relate.
You hide in your room.
Can I finish, please? Can I finish? When you read through Revelation, I mean,
there's some things
that are going to happen.
It's gnarly.
Like the dead rising and walking around.
I don't know, but
you know what's funny about that? What's funny about that is we talk about. I don't want to watch that stuff on a screen, but when you read the Bible,
right?
I mean, just David and Goliath.
Right.
Yeah.
After he knocks him down with a stone,
violent,
he
very
cut
violent.
his head off.
And he put it on his belt and wore his head.
They don't show that on the flannel graph.
They
They do not show that on the flannel
graph.
graph.
Can you imagine? Like she just takes the scissors and just cuts the
And
head
then
off.
after Goliath fell, David walked over and pulled, and there was a big sword because he was a giant, and he used Goliath's own sword. There's a little irony there, children.
Narrated
a
by
little
SpongeBob.
irony, and cut off his head, and then by his hair hung it to his belt, and went to Saul and said, "Look what I did! I'm a hero!
Richard
I'm
Simmons on
a
the show.
Hebrew hero! Everybody breathe!"
That is so great.
That would be the greatest flannel graph story ever.
Oh my God.
I'm doing that. Next time I teach children's church, I am doing that.
Please
No,
do.
I'm not. I'm just kidding.
yeah, don't
Eastern
do
Hills,
that.
I am
Yeah,
not doing that. I
that's
promise.
not
They
good.
they don't let me near the children.
It's
anyway.
so funny. Forget watching the show. People are still chiming in, freaking out that the character of Jesus on The Walking Dead is actually British.
British, I know.
He sounds
We
so
knew.
refined.
We knew.
And like he's from Essex. Like, and so I knew right away it was going to be like, this is going to be so cool.
Well, pip pip cheerio. And all of that.
Chrissy, she doesn't watch. Like, I'll watch the show, and she used to be like, ugh, like in the other room, and then next thing you know, like a few episodes would go by, and she'd be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then she was on the couch when we were watching it together because
Took her a few.
it's one of those shows where it's like,
you just
hit or
kind of
miss.
got to get into it.
Yeah. And so that's a character she's always loved, and then she's like, "Oh well, now I really love him."
Right?
There's just something classy about the Brits. Even when I speak with a British accent, I become more formal. I stand up taller.
Yeah. What's the actor's name that plays Morgan? Because that guy, because he's like, he's got that thick British accent. And you're like, oh my gosh, wait, what?
Oh, and
Are
he
you kidding
talks
me?
like an American. You know, really, the first time that it really clicked with me that Brits can imitate Americans.
Like better than we can imitate Brits.
Yeah. I was like, well, that kind of makes sense. I mean, we imitate them all the time, and they should be allowed to imitate us. Or not allowed, but able to do it, because some of them do it very well.
Yeah, I wonder if it's something they really have to work at, or if it's
it's probably just like us.
Well, I
mean,
mean,
if we practice to speak like,
let's do it. Do a Brit.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Maybe a spot of tea. Is it 4 o'clock yet?
That's not bad.
I'd rather have some crumpets.
Oh, it's your.
That's more of a Cockney.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's sort of a,
That is
Hi, laddie, I can
terrible.
do a wee bit of the Irish too.
That's pretty
Faith
good.
me, Gora. I can speak Spanish with an Irish accent.
Yeah.
Hola, Luisa, ¿qué tal?
I feel like if you use that, if you're over in Ireland or over in the UK, they'd probably slap you.
They
They'd be
probably
like,
would, because
yeah.
it doesn't sound anything like.
Right.
And we can sometimes
And we're
tell.
like, that sounds real good.
Yeah.
You sound real good.
Yeah. Well, it's like when because we do the same thing from folks from our own country, like from Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. What are you talking about? Are you talking to me?
That's right.
And from folks from the South, because we can tell if it's a fake Southern accent.
Yeah.
So if somebody, an actor or an actress who really works on their dialect practice to get it ready for a character that they're playing,
Kind of like
I'm
Rick,
always impressed by
the
that.
character Rick.
Yeah.
Andrew Lincoln.
Yeah.
Andrew Lincoln.
So they kind of make fun of it a little bit, but I think it does a pretty good Southern draw.
But
you
every
know?
once in a while, and some of the guys, you can kind of hear their British slip in the middle of their character.
Charlie Hunnam. He was on Pacific Rim, not The Walking Dead. Sons. Yeah, he's a British actor, and you can tell sometimes it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, but like the guy, I can't think of his name, Boyega. Who plays Finn?
Yeah.
He does fantastic with a straight up.
Well, same with Tom Paine, the character of Jesus.
Yeah.
When I started reading about it, I'm like,
I love that.
whoa.
I love
he's
that kind of stuff.
British?
Yeah.
Because he's so subtle on the show that I had no idea.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes perfect
but
sense.
I just remember
Got
thinking,
that
it was
man
funny
bun,
to me
those
thinking,
piercing blue
I was like,
eyes.
huh, the Brits can sound like Americans.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So
Those
I
people
wish
are
we
amazing.
had just one more question for him, because I would have loved to have known, how come it is that the Brits can play Americans so well, but if an American was ever cast as the part of James Bond, the universe would explode.
Oh, yeah.
Like they would riot
That's just
and
not
burn
fair.
America down.
I think you make a valid point.
Yeah, you do make a valid point. Yeah.
Just saying.
Here's what I propose. We travel across the pond. We visit Parliament.
Wait a second. Sean Connery's not American?
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me?
I am the
wait,
last
but
one.
I just realized he's not British either, right?
No, he's Scottish. Yeah.
So I guess
no, don't be mixing those people
I
up.
know, right? Oh,
It is Great Britain.
I saw Braveheart. I know how they feel about
The
each other.
United Kingdom.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I saw Braveheart.
I know how that goes down.
Aye, laddie, we don't like him over in Ireland either. We
Man.
don't. Faith in Bigora.
Well, same with Tom Hardy. Chrissy took Luke to go see Venom.
Yeah.
And he plays this like Jersey, like kind of whatever guy. And afterwards, we were talking. I'm like, well, you know, he's British, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, what?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
So, yeah,
Andrew
Tom
Garfield.
Holland.
Yeah.
No, and Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sounds just like an American teenager. He does. He does a good He
job.
does a great job at that.
Yeah.
Chris
Those Brits,
Hemsworth.
man.
He does
Yeah?
a really good job. I mean, he's Australian. But he does a really good job as well.
But it's got that flavor that.
Wow, America, step it up, bro.
Right? We used to think we were
What
the
do we got?
best at
Tom
everything.
Hanks?
I don't know.
We got Tom Hanks. And he's never played anything other than Tom Hanks.
That's true.
He's always just Tom Hanks.
Although this time, he's Fred Rogers.
Oh, gosh.
I can't wait to see that, dude.
That's going to be good.
I'll tell you what.
I want to see that biography
Me
thing
too.
that was released too.
Me too.
But I can't wait to see Tom Hanks as
Brian Nixon, B-Nix, who's only cried, he said, like 5 times in his life. Like when he buried his son, like no joke.
Yeah,
It's like he does not cry. Went and saw the Fred Rogers documentary and cried.
just the documentary, not the movie.
Not the Tom Hanks film, the documentary.
Wow.
He said he's
I can't wait to
such
see
a special human being.
Yeah.
I felt like a failure as a parent this last week. The theme song came on. It was like a commercial, and Fred Rogers was narrating the commercial. And I went, oh, Mr. Rogers. And the Jeter boys were like, who's Mr. Rogers?
Oh,
and I was
man.
like, oh, dang. You know what? I have failed. I thought I was a
Yeah.
good dad, and I have ruined it.
Yeah.
Gosh.
You know, they have a new show because I have little grandkids. There's a new show called Daniel the Lion, which is the characters of all the puppets that they used to do on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
no
You know,
kidding.
when he would go into Make Believe Land or whatever it was called. Daniel the Tiger is now animated, and they play part of the Mr. Rogers theme.
Oh, that's cool.
In fact, Lydia was like, I want to watch Daniel Tiger on Netflix. Okay, so I pulled it up, and I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
But I heard the music, and I'm like, this is like Mr. Rogers. So I started paying attention, and Daniel the Tiger is the kid of the tiger that Fred Rogers used to do as the puppet. And so it's the children of the characters.
Wow.
That it's actually, and it's a very good show. It's very well done, animated.
That's really cool.
You ought to just check it out for yourselves. What did I do? Did I knock over?
You're knocking over our local wall, bro.
Our Astro Zombies poster.
I'm sorry, I didn't. It's not taped.
I haven't actually taped it up yet.
I'm gonna lay it flat so it doesn't get ruined.
That's cool.
I'm just creating so much wind over here. I blew it off.
Oh, man.
Sam Swan, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you. I snuck in during the interview. I was stuck outside because they've changed the security. No. I heard on the radio. I was thinking on the way in. I was thinking I'm going to have to wait outside for a couple minutes. No big deal. It's nice and comfortable out there. And then not Joe, but another guy with a beard. Andrew, thank you. Andrew walked up and let me in. I failed for not remembering his name, but he walks up and goes, "Hey, do you want me to let you in?" I said, "Dude, that'd be great."
Dude.
My friends haven't let me in yet.
Daniel Tiger.
Daniel Tiger, not
Somebody
Daniel
said
the Tiger.
one person said it's not the same. Another person said it's amazing. They use Mr. Rogers songs.
Well, it is not the same as if you go into it thinking that it's the same as Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Right.
It's not.
Oh, I've
but
seen
it uses the
this.
characters, the kids of the other. Yeah.
Yeah, you can
But
go
it's
on YouTube and
educational.
watch it.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
cool.
You sure can. Well, that pumpkin scone is smelling really good.
Sorry,
right
do you
now.
want you want some?
I might take a pinch of that.
Yeah, go ahead.
love
Have
pumpkin.
the rest.
I love
Have the
pumpkin
rest of it.
scones.
Take a little pinch.
Sorry, that
remember
sounds
this
so
time he
needy on the air.
chimed in and said, "I wept aggressively at the Mr. Rogers documentary."
Oh, now I can't go see that.
I know, right?
Because I'll have to be carried out in a cup.
Dude, we interviewed David Giantoli last week, and he's on a show called A Million Little Things.
Oh, yeah.
And it looked like this new This Is Us type show, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I have enough crying in my life.
Yes.
I'm 40. And so I decided to watch the pilot so that we'd have, good conversation to talk about. Gosh, man.
So sad.
It is so sad. It's a really, really, really sad show.
I just want to be happy.
I just don't know if I can do more crying. So
As
knowing,
I wandered aimlessly down the lonely country road.
knowing that the
Alone in
Mr.
my
Rogers
thoughts.
documentary is going to make me ugly cry, I think is why I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, let me just give you a little clue into my personality in case you haven't figured this out.
Talk to me, buddy.
I will almost ugly cry at commercials that are a little bit moving.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god!
Like when a soldier comes home and the coffee, and he makes the coffee, and the mom sits up in the bed and goes, "He's home."
Oh,
see, I'm ready
come on,
to tear
let
up
it
right
go.
now.
Just let it out.
I didn't talk to my wife for 3 days this week because she was watching a TV show and didn't warn me. And I watched 5 minutes of the show and wept bitterly and was like, I hate you. And I walked upstairs. I really went upstairs and went to bed. I was so mad at her. She was watching this stupid doctor show, The Resident. I'm ruining it, guys, if you haven't watched this week's episode.
Thanks for warning
And there's
me.
like a little boy.
Don't say it. Isn't there something in the Bible about wives shall not make their husbands cry?
Yes!
Proverbs,
Like
Psalm 1.
Brody's age little boy, and he's got a brother and a mom, and it's like, he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Only he wasn't! gonna be okay.
Ooh, bro.
Spoiler alert.
Jeez.
And they're like, come on, guys. He's breathing his last. Just be there with him. Just tell him it's going to be okay. Just comfort him in this time as he's like breathing his last. And the mom's like, it's going to be okay. And I'm just like weeping bitterly. Yeah. And I seriously looked at her and I was like, I hate you.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
I don't even want to watch television with you
we
anymore.
Picked up the new, the new season of This Is Us has started, and so even just after the first episode of this season, after the first one, I was like, I'm
why
a
do we
wreck.
do this?
I can't
Coming
watch
back,
this.
we're going to talk about why we make ourselves cry.
No, I feel like we've
to remind us that we have a soul.
Talked about crying all week, you know?
Oh, that sounds like whining instead of crying.
Yeah, that's
right
true.
there.
I actually, it's a combination of both, actually. Yeah, Sam Swan, everybody hanging out with us. It is Friday, and we still got a lot to do. We got a letter we're going to tackle, and we're going to tackle this Jesus painting. This church burned down, Sam.
Yeah.
And the only thing that survived was a painting of Jesus.
Oh.
I'll show you guys the painting of Jesus when we come back.
All right.
Also,
we'll
we
talk about
had a question from Remember the Starmy,
Yeah,
since
go
we're
ahead.
talking about crying and weeping bitterly. An actual kind of theological question for you, Sam, about the book of Ecclesiastes on that note of the meaninglessness of life.
I like it.
Okay.
So get ready.
Let me run out to the car and get my commentaries out
I
real
used to
quick.
try and stump him.
Yes.
We're going to stump him with the book
All
of
right.
Ecclesiastes.
Let me read it real quick.
All right.
All right. Hang out with us. We're live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Pastor Jack Graham and a Star 88 Supernova.
What do you do when there doesn't seem to be an answer for the question? We all have questions. Well, I tell you what you don't do. You don't down in the dark what God showed you in the light. I tell you what you don't do. You don't trade what you don't know for what you know. And what you know is that God is good and that He is merciful and gracious. And James tells us Job learned that lesson, that God is faithful, that God is merciful. The devil went back to God and said, well, I tell you what, if you attack him personally, if you take away his health, he will deny you. And so God allowed Job to get sick, and he had boils and open sores on his skin. He was miserable and depressed and despondent, and yet he would not deny his God.
Catch Pastor Jack Graham, PowerPoint, broadcast weekdays at 10:30 a.m. on our sister station, KNKT. Here's a solar flare from Jonathan Edwards. A true and faithful Christian does not make holy living an accidental thing. It is his great concern. As the business of the soldier is to fight, so the business of the Christian is to be like Christ. This is Star 88.
Lately I've been reeling, watching the nightly news. Don't seem to find the rhythm, just wanna sing the blues. Feels like a song that never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of three. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice. Let me testify. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. 'Cause this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice. And I choose to let it move. Let it move. Let it move. Yeah, I choose to let it that joy, 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 joy down in my heart to stay. Joy, 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 joy down in my heart to stay.
Jesus is our King, but do you treat him like royalty? Here's Tim Keller on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
God says, here's all these kings around, but there's a king above the kings. There's a king behind all the kings. There's my king, the true king that I have installed. One of the things that's so incredibly interesting about the literature of the human race is how many in ancient legends in all of our cultures kind of go like this. There was a great king who ruled with wisdom and power and justice and compassion all at once. And therefore, when the king was there, the land experienced a golden age. And everyone blossomed, and we all reached our potential. The land blossomed, the arts blossomed, relationships blossomed, civilization blossomed. But something has taken the king away, and everything has deteriorated, everything has fallen into decay. But we look for the day in which the king will come back.
That's the PowerPoint with Tim Keller on Star 88.
I have never loved a woman that haunts me like you do. I can't get enough. Oh, trust. It's easier when I can hold on to you like I do. But lately I'm still. Oh,
4 packages were intercepted. The most recent targets, former Vice President Joe Biden and actor Robert De Niro, both of whom have suggested they'd like to punch Mr. Trump. So it is now 10 suspected bombs, now sent to 8 people.
Tracking a nor'easter, part of the same system that massive hurricane had slammed ashore, then rain across Texas and the south. Well, now the East Coast is in the path and then threatening the Carolinas, D.C., New York, up through Boston.
Megyn Kelly reportedly out at NBC.
This after she was a no-show on her own program.
Ford recalling more than 1 million Ford Focuses over fear that the engine could stall.
The recall covers vehicles from 2012 through 2018.
Trump administration is expected to deploy hundreds of additional troops to the U.S.-Mexico border.
To head off a caravan of migrants seeking asylum.
U.S. officials have been concerned for months that President Trump has been discussing sensitive information on his non-secure iPhone with people like Sean Hannity of Fox News. And now the New York Times reports the Chinese and Russians are routinely eavesdropping.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Sam Swan is here, everybody. How you doing, Sam?
I am well.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Good morning, Albuquerque.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
And New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And Antonito, Colorado.
Oh, nice, nice. Hey, you guys can chime in. 505-338-3700 is the phone number to call in. You can also hit us up on Facebook or YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. And what's the live line number to text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. If you want to text in, be a part of the show. Yeah.
Let's
Do
talk
it, bro.
about the First Baptist Church. Oh, that audio was really bad.
That was really...
What was that?
Really, really bad.
Is that what you guys... Okay, I don't know. First Baptist Church.
Mm-hmm.
Wakefield. Been there, Sam?
Wakefield, Texas?
Well, duh.
Boston.
Wakefield, Boston?
Well,
yeah,
Boston 25 News is the one who's got the...
Oh, well, then
okay,
it's-
yeah, Wakefield, Mass.
Wakefield, Mass.
Wakefield, Massachusetts. Yep. Well, the First Baptist Church there began picking up the pieces after a fire destroyed the 150-year-old structure earlier this week. The church burned down, and apparently there was one thing that survived.
It's a beautiful sign of hope and a reminder that Jesus is with us.
It may hang one day in a church rebuilt from the memory of charred timbers. For now, this painting of Christ is serving as a source of strength for parishioners of the First Baptist Church in Wakefield. The 150-year-old structure exploded in flames Tuesday, reportedly after a lightning strike. Somehow, the painting of Jesus Christ emerged unscathed.
I'm personally just taking it as a sign and a reminder that the Jesus, the Christ that we serve, is still alive. And even though our church building is gone, our church is here, and the God that we serve is still here.
What was left of the church building was dismantled today, including the Tall Spire Nursery School.
Okay, that's all we need to know about that. But, yeah, it's kind of crazy that this church did burn down, and the only thing that survived is the Jesus painting. Sam, thoughts? What do you think, man? What do you think about this?
Well, that's great.
I mean,
I'm glad something survived.
Just, do you think this painting has powers? Maybe.
I don't think the painting has any power.
Painting has powers, Dex.
Yeah, dude, it survived a fire.
It depends on the kind of paint that they used, I suppose.
Good call.
To paint it.
That's a good call.
If it was powerful, superpower paint, then maybe.
Well, I mean, look at it though. I mean, it's in good condition
It's in
still.
pretty good condition.
And the fires
Yeah.
didn't touch. Like, remember that story in the Bible?
I bet it smells like smoke.
The three dudes that got, thrown into the furnace, and, Jesus totally was there. They didn't even smell like smoke when they got out. That's
Their
great.
hair wasn't even singed.
Yeah, that's right.
To be fair, if you've ever seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you understand that it's explained in that TV show, the painting has Cree technology on the back. Duh.
It's got Cree technology.
Thank you, member of the Starmie. That wasn't even me.
Well
that was another
played.
nerd
That was
that listens to the show.
That was well played.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's great that their painting survived. That's wonderful, and it's something that they can look back on and say, we had a fire, we have our new building, and this is the only thing that survived
Look
from
at
the
the
old
church.
building. That's
Oh,
pretty.
wow. Thing's on fire.
Okay, I will say that's a little crazy.
Yeah.
I was expecting like little
fire? No, the whole thing's in flames, and the Jesus painting survived. What?
Is this a hoax?
Maybe it's one of them hoax, like
no,
the statue of Mary that cries.
Where was it? How did it survive?
Right,
was it really hanging in the church?
Right?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. Well, I guess these are answers we'll just never know.
Bring it home, Sam. Bring it home.
Yeah. Bring it home?
Yeah,
Bring the discussion?
The painting, art.
Bring it back.
It's too bad the whole building wasn't made out of whatever that painting was made out of. That sounded really cynical.
Yeah, it did. Take it back.
I apologize.
It's cool, man.
That was terrible. I hope nobody in Wakefield, Massachusetts is listening.
Oh, man.
It's cool, dude.
Although that'd be kind of cool if somebody in Wakefield, Massachusetts was listening to the morning show.
Yeah. Originally, it was an oil painting. Now it's a charcoal painting.
Another Stormy, or was that yours?
That was mine.
The way to go, Stevo. That was a good one.
Can we get another hallelujah, please? Because that
I like the way you framed that. That
was Fun Joke Friday. Wait, Fun Pun Friday.
Fun Friday.
Fun Pun Friday.
Oh my gosh, that was great. Now we're slowing down so we could try and think of more in our brain.
Our brain is
so
on fire. In fuego.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, dude.
No, I'm
well, that
done.
painting sure will be a hot topic for a while. That's for sure.
Man, these are really insensitive. You need a Van Gogh away. Am I right?
Put me out of my misery.
Yeah.
Somebody, please. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't
two more
really.
and we unlock.
I can't.
Super
Two
secret.
more we unlock. Okay.
I'm writing one down for the break.
Pun Theater gets unlocked if you get two more.
Wow. Stroke of genius.
I
got it. I got it.
I didn't want to brush you
One
off.
more.
Oh, man.
You know what? Did we do it?
We did it.
Oh!
And now, another episode of Pun Theater. Pun Theater!
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, do you know where sharks go on vacation? Finland.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
I'm finished.
Wow, there's 3 in there, dude.
Oh, man.
Starmy, save us. Please, save us.
I think you guys are doing a great job. I just need you to touch up your paintings a little bit for your joke.
No.
Wow, dude. That's... Get out of our lives.
You were on the right track.
You got a C.
C+.
C+ in art class for that one. Yeah.
All right. Why don't we do the question you saw on...
Yeah, we got a question on the old YouTubes. We were talking The Walking Dead because we had Tom Paine on, the actor who plays Jesus, and started talking about the depravity of man and, moral law. Light conversation with a Walking Dead actor. Dento chimed in and said, okay, so here's the question. Ecclesiastes has me questioning things since it says over and over that nothing about life matters. I know God matters, but it seems to be saying that everything we do is useless and meaningless. Please help.
Well, without doing an extensive study of the book of Ecclesiastes during the break, I would qualify the fact that I don't believe that Ecclesiastes is actually saying everything is meaningless. It's talking about the pursuit of those things as being vanity or a vapor. And the description is the picture that's being painted is like what's left after a bubble bursts. There's nothing there.
Right.
So chasing after these things as a life goal, as a life pursuit, chasing after those things is chasing after something that is not real and is not going to be there when you get a hold of it, or it's not going to be what you expect it to be. And the writer of Ecclesiastes, which is Solomon, that spring made kind of a cool little.
It did.
Ooh, that was awesome. Let's do that again. In Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13, he kind of sums up the whole thing by saying, "When all has been heard, the conclusion of the matter is this: fear God and keep His commands, because this is for all humanity."
Mm-hmm.
In other words, what Solomon's experiment he was really like the first rock star.
Mm-hmm.
He had all the women he wanted. He had the best court musicians he could bring. You know, imagine if you owned the contract of your favorite artist, and you could just call them up no matter what they're doing because you're the king. You call them up and say, "Hey, I'm throwing a little gig at the Palace tonight. You need to be set up and ready to go at 6." And you had that kind of power over. Think of your favorite artist.
Yeah.
And so Solomon pursued all of this. This is what he was pursuing. I want this, and he found that when he attained that stuff, it wasn't worth what he was. Yeah, it's fake. It's not real. It's or at the very least temporary.
Yep.
So I like the way he summed it up by saying, really, our fear of God, our pursuit of God is what is most important.
Yep.
And there's some good reminders in there. The book of Ecclesiastes, there's one that I go to regularly, Ecclesiastes 3:11, because I received this verse from a very good friend of mine who's a pastor when I was working at Quantic Broadcast Corporation. I was the only white dude there. It was a Native American radio, and the cultures, the different tribes, everyone's like the spirituality there. And I'm going, man, these people are so genuine in their belief, in their faith, and who am I? Like, what is? And I started talking to different pastors and friends of mine about this because I'm going, man, I'm a stupid sinner, and I wish I had the passion for Jesus that they have for Mother Earth or for whatever it was, different tribes, different things, you know. And Ecclesiastes 3:11 is the reminder that God has put eternity into the heart of man. But the whole verse is, he has made everything beautiful in its time.
Yeah.
He has put eternity into man's heart, yet so that he cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end.
Right.
So he's given us this desire that's not going to be satiated here. You've got a dude named Solomon who had everything at his fingertips. He, like, anything you could even begin to try and fathom, he did. Do you know what I mean? Like, we talk about the depravity of man. That dude had wives and concubines and crazy, and he literally lived every carnal thing you could imagine and found himself wanting, which is always the C.S. Lewis reminder. You know, if I find in myself desires which nothing in this world can satisfy, the only logical explanation is that I was made for another world. And the idea that, like, this is why he's written it in our hearts. This is why eternity is written into our hearts, because none of these things will satisfy us. None of these things will satiate us, like in this way that is fulfilling in this world. That's not saying it's without meaning.
Yeah.
I love my wife,
right,
but I know that she's not my savior. I love my kids. Man, last night I got to build a model with Luke, and for a few hours there, it was like,
that was cool.
I bet you this is what it would have been like had I had a father, because my dad was into models, and that's kind of why I bought this model, was like, I wonder what that would have felt like.
Yeah.
And so from a father perspective, getting to build a model with my son last night was everything. My fingers still hurt today. They're like red and kind of raw because we went at it for hours, and I had a little razor blade, and I had like 3 Band-Aids by the end of the night because I kept cutting myself, and my fingers are raw and they hurt today, but it's the best pain in the world because I got to experience this amazing time with my son. And no, that's not going to satisfy me eternally.
Right.
But in that moment, as it says in Ecclesiastes, like,
there's a time
it
and a
was
season.
beautiful in that moment.
Right.
And God let me have that moment with my son. And it's not to say that it's for nothing, because I hope my son remembers that moment as well in his life. So there's meaning to it. It's not meaningless in that regard.
Right.
Oh, man, I could go on, but I'm going to stop.
Good.
No, that's really good.
But,
I think I've been trying to do that more and more. What you just said, Stevo, is in everything that I do, I always just try to just stop for a second and just kind of look around, especially if I'm with my kids, because I know they're just growing up so quick, and it's like, it's not going to be like this for forever.
Yeah.
And just in the moment, even if we're doing our stupid YouTube thing or we're doing this show or I'm going on a run, I'm just like, just breathe and enjoy and just be thankful and just praise this amazing God that gave me this breath. And he's the one who's allowing me to have this breath right now.
Yeah,
you know?
and Mary did the same thing when she was witnessing stuff that was going on. It says Mary treasured these things in her heart. There's nothing wrong with capturing those memories and those very intimate, loving, memorable moments, or whatever it happens to be. But that's not what we pursue. Right. We don't chase after those things. And that's the point that Solomon is making. We chase after God.
Right.
And in His sovereignty, in His love for us, in His grace and mercy, through the good times and the bad. Because I know some people who have made it through some really, really bad times, and they treasure that. They don't treasure the bad times.
Amen.
But they treasure the journey that they were on and what God did in and through them as they were walking that journey.
Yeah.
So they're not looking at the bad times going, man, I'm so glad I got cancer. That was awesome.
I know.
Right?
No, but what they are thankful for is that when they had cancer, God was right there with them, walking them through the entire process. And that's what they were pursuing Christ in the midst of that horrible thing. And we do the same thing. We in the things that we pursue, it's better for us to pursue Christ, and He will, in His sovereign, like I said a moment ago, sovereignty, grace, and all that, will allow us those moments to enjoy.
Right.
I'm glad you said that about the running thing, Dex, because it reminded me that often, sometimes I'll run and then I have to travel. So I've got lots of windshield time. I listen to music for a little while, and sometimes I just sit quiet, and then or I'll pray or listen to a sermon or whatever. But often, as my prayer will open with, Lord, thanks for this beautiful day and the chance that I had to go for a run this morning.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever want to take that for granted, that I have the physical ability. A lot of people can't. Some people can't do it at all.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it, and I'm blessed by you, Lord, that you allow me the privilege of being outside in the warmth of the sun and the cool air or whatever, and I can run, and that's part of the way that I can enjoy your presence.
Yeah, and it's one of those things I think you recognize as you grow in Christ, and as I think if you just as you get older, you realize, you know what? Life is gonna throw some left hooks, and life seems pretty good now. Like I was on my run yesterday, and I was sitting there going, "I'm so thankful that I'm healthy," and I almost rolled my ankle, and then I'm like, I know I'm probably gonna get injured somewhere down the road. It might happen, and if it does, you know what? It does. But I'm just gonna enjoy what is happening right now, and not worry about the future. I'm not gonna worry about all the stuff that's happened in the past. I'm in the moment.
Right.
I'm healthy and everything is just sweet. I'm in that sweet spot right now. But guess what? There's a storm coming, and I'm gonna be ready because it's a coming.
That's right.
Man,
that's right.
And that's the thing, is being prepared for those things. You know what I mean? Like I always think of Pastor Levi Lesko because he talks about this greatly. He talks about the idea of preparing for those storms, preparing for he has a whole sermon series on it. And we don't prepare enough. We don't have the life jacket. We don't have the, the survival kit, Walking Dead style. Like, we're not prepared for it. So when we walk into a season of life with that attitude, all of a sudden it's like, we're like, oh no! You know what I mean? That's probably why we get down and in despair and all of these things, because like you said, man, it's gonna happen. I think after my car accident months ago, like that for me hit me that I have no control. And sadly, I'm 40, man. And it was like, I finally ding, light bulb, right. Things can change in a moment's notice, and I have no control over it. But I do have control over how I respond.
And because we have convinced ourselves that we have control over all these.
Oh, man.
We kind of talked about that last week when you insulted my shirt. But... But I have forgotten about that.
You clearly.
I just listened to that section of the podcast over and over and over, and developed a root of bitterness towards you, Stevo.
Oh man! Shout out to Dento for that question.
That was a great question.
Really, really good.
A great question. I hope it was helpful.
Yeah, we kicked off the show this morning, and it threw my day off because I realized again, man is wicked. When I gazed at the Biebs eating a burrito.
Oh gosh.
Sideways. Dude. I thought to myself,
what did he do?
Oh man, wait till you got to see this.
You didn't see this, Sam?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't see
it. The picture for
Justin Bieber in the news right
now.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you guys when you first got on the air. I was still sleeping.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and take a look at this?
Okay.
Photo that somebody took of Justin Bieber eating a burrito. He
middle first.
He turned the burrito sideways and just went for the middle of it instead of biting at the end of the burrito.
First of all, he looks like Colby Calais to me.
That's hilarious.
With the blonde hair. Because I always think every time I hear Colby Calais start singing, I go, "Is that Justin Bieber's new song?" Oh no, that's Colby Calais.
Well,
he's Canadian, right?
That's what I said. Exactly what we said.
I go, he's not American.
Maybe they don't have burritos in Canada.
But you know what? Next time I get a burrito,
Northern
I'm trying
Montana.
it this way
Yeah.
because you know what? I don't really like the end of the burrito because there's too much tortilla. So this might be the way to do it.
You clearly didn't grow up with the Spanish grandmother.
Dex,
'cause I
make up your
love
mind. Are you
tortillas,
upset by this photo, or are you
I'm
now
confused,
coming?
okay?
Are you now,
Sam, I'm very confused. I don't know. I need a burrito.
Dex is going to start eating burritos Canadian style.
I might.
Now,
Canadian
to be
style.
fair, we don't know if all Canadians eat burritos that way,
That's
but
true.
at least the famous
That's
one
true.
does.
He sure does.
Which
sure does.
coming
When
up.
is it going to be Northern Montana? That's what I want.
Ooh, yeah, right. I mean, we're close. Like in Montana, there's a lot of people that have the Canadian accent. So if you go up Northern Montana,
What's that all about?
I want to talk about the simple things that adults are embarrassed they can't do.
Oh, that sounds like a great list.
Yeah, so think about that. You know, I can't put on a shirt properly. Never was taught how to put
Is
on
there
a
a
shirt.
proper way to put on a shirt?
Yeah, there is.
I'm
There
pretty
I get
much,
made fun of all the time.
There is.
I'm pretty much thinking the
He
way
gets
it's
made
on.
fun of all the time because apparently he's taking off and putting on his
I'm
shirt
going
in
to
front
say,
of a bunch
Dex,
of people.
it shouldn't
so
be part of your problem is you're getting dressed in front of too many people.
exactly.
That's
This is
probably
true.
true.
This is
Speaking
very
of
true.
shirts, by the way,
Yeah.
your mariachi,
Thanks, man.
your mariachi shirt, Albuquerque mariachis.
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that stuff this
Oh,
year.
I got a
need
hat.
to.
I got
I
a
need
shirt.
that baseball jersey
yeah.
right there. I like. Okay, sorry.
Also,
I got us off track.
Coming back, I know our boy Pastor Jason Mills is coming in to talk for a
yeah,
moment
that's
about what's going on at the Lobo Theater.
Ah.
My son's favorite movie in the history of ever. My son's name is Jack Jeter, and Jack Skellington's probably his favorite character of all the Disney characters. I don't know if that's a cool thing or not. Is it bad? You're a pastor. Tell me, is it okay to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas? If you can't tell me, Pastor Jason's going to tell me.
Yeah, he will for sure.
He will for sure.
I've not seen it.
Oh my
I know. I knew that was going to be
He's
your
Baptist,
reaction.
Steve.
I knew.
He's Baptist. Cut him some
No, it has
slack.
nothing to do with
Oh.
Baptist. I just looked at it going, I don't know if I want to see that.
Wow.
You're
I'm missing a great movie.
You're part of a singing group, man.
That's true.
It's a musical.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh my gosh!
All right, after I get off work today, can I Netflix
Or
it?
you can just come down to the Lobo Theater. We're going to talk
Oh,
about
there
that
you
on
go.
the way.
Okay. All right.
All right, everybody.
That's why he's coming in.
Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 8 Studios. We'll be right back.
Slater Transfer and Storage is a Star 88 power partner. Slater Transfer and Storage has been family-owned for more than 30 years. They're an Atlas Interstate agent and are certified by the American Moving and Storage Association, moving locally, long-distance, corporate, or even international, and providing local storage. Slater Transfer and Storage is located at 6900 Washington Street in Albuquerque, on the phone at 505-345-8841, and on the web at atlasalb.com. For over 40 years, La Salita Restaurant has been serving New Mexican food to Albuquerque. From starters like soups, salads, and Cindy nachos to entrees like chili rellenos, burrito de Eduardo, the BOG burrito, and carne adobada. La Salita is friendly to those who are vegan or gluten-free and offers catering, as well as a rewards program at 1950 Wantabo or online at lasalita.com. Star 88 thanks La Salita for their support.
Whether at home or in the workplace, we're all leaders. Become a better leader in this leadership moment with Craig Groeschel.
What are we as an organization trying to accomplish? Because you cannot accomplish what you don't define. We're not just talking about departmental wins, like what's the win for the marketing team or your HR team or your missions department. We're talking about whole organizational wins. If you do not know your win, you will spend your resources. If you do know the win, you can invest what you have in the right direction. We want the whole team investing for the win. What does defining the win do? Defining the win impacts what you do daily. Defining the win directs what you do daily. For example, in your home, your family, if the win is paying off the student loan debt, then instead of going out to dinner and out to a movie, you may stay home and eat in and watch TV instead, because the win directs your action.
That was Craig Groeschel on a Star 88 Leadership Moment. Hear more at life.church/leadership podcast. This is KLYT Albuquerque, Santa Fe. Rebroadcast on KKCJ Cannon Air Force Base, KPKJ Mintmore, K201CC Las Cruces, K203EZ Alamogordo, K207CQ Gallup, K211CW Hobbs, K212EH Silver City, K214DE Antonito, K218AK Artesia, K250AB Roswell, K293AO Alamosa, K228DQ Portales, in the free app for iOS and Android, and online at star88.fm.
I need you to fight for me when I don't know what I believe. Why does everybody leave? Show me what it's like to dream. Hey, go, you the best. Hey, say it with the chest. Hey, yeah, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' rise, we gon' shine. Hey, I need you to fight for me. Hey, I know you're my therapy. I know why we fight. It's just to know we tried. Hey, eye drops. How do I start it off? Pulling all these hours, trying to keep it all clear. I got way too many thoughts, putting these expectations got me feeling stuck like. Think I feel it all the time. Did I really miss my pride? I don't know how to cope when I'm low, but I know that you're close, that you're close. I've been away, yeah, losing my faith, yeah. Hope I'm not late, trying to find grace, yeah, for my mistakes, ayy. I need to pray, yeah. I need to pray, yeah. Wake up to the mirror like I need you to fight for me when I don't know what I believe. Yeah. Hey, why does everybody leave? Show me what it's like to dream. Hey, go, you the best. Hey, say it with the chest. Hey, yeah, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' rise, we gon' shine. Hey, I need you to fight for me. Hey, I know you're my therapy. I know why we fight. It's just to know we tried. Say you gon' fight, you ain't try, you don't lie right. Send a prayer up, go a line, you don't find time. Down yet, homie, down yet. Pick me up off the ground yet. Almost drawn yet, put me on yeah. Sheesh. Wasn't in my right mind. Yeah. Reach out for me like a lifeline. I've been with you so long, it feel like a lifetime. So connected to you, I could be your Wi-Fi. I was a fight, left hook records just and right. Out my way, class feel too light. Lose my faith, I lose my life. I've been lost and feeling lonely. Tell them they can't hold me. Looking in the mirror like, when you fight for me. Fight for me when I don't know what I believe. Why does everybody leave? Show me what it's like to dream. Hey, go, you the best. Hey, say it with the chest. Hey, yeah, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' rise, we gon' shine. Hey, I need you to fight for me. Hey, I know you're my therapy. Hey, yeah, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' rise, we gon' shine. Hey, I need you to fight for me. Hey, I know you're my therapy. I know why we fight. It's just to know we tried. I need you to fight for me.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Stevo.
Rumor has it, it's Halloween.
That is spooky, spooky Friday. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. And joining us on the Morning Invasion is David Crowder.
He is jealous for me.
That's right, everybody.
Okay.
That's right, everybody. David Crowder. Or Jason Mills, whichever.
Yeah,
he goes
either
by
way,
both names.
It works. Yeah. I only hear that
but
2 or
with
3
the
times a
hat,
day.
The hat.
You really do look like David Crowder.
Oh, I know,
Like,
I know.
David Crowder's a friend of
No.
ours, and you look like David Crowder.
No,
And
so
I'm opposite. I'm like, I don't think so, though,
Yeah, you
because
do.
David.
David Crowder thinks I look like David Crowder.
Yeah, you do.
I met him once like 15 years ago, and I walked past him. I was like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, you look familiar.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I get that a lot. And I kept on walking because I'm a super cool guy.
Yeah, good. Look at this one. This looks just like Jason Mills.
Yeah, no, dude, I used to have that beard too, like with the no mustache
and you do have the same
long
glasses. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Look
Yeah.
at
I
this
still
one.
don't see it.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Nah.
Really?
No, yeah, before you cut it off, that's how it looked. Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Well, okay.
Yeah, but he's like 6'7",
Yes,
and
he's
I'm
very
like
tall.
5'10" on a good day.
Yeah. With the hat.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got the new hat, and I'm like, new hat, who's this?
New hat, who's dis? Thank you, Jason, so much.
Hey, I'm here to delight and entertain.
Speaking of delighting and entertaining, we were talking before the break about my son's favorite movie.
Yes.
Sam hasn't seen this. It's a musical, and I'm going...
It's a musical, it's a love story, it's a Christmas story, it's a Halloween story.
And it's not for Christians, so don't ever watch it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Here on the YouTube and Facebook, I'm holding up the copy.
That is the coolest edition.
I know, it's like the 2-disc Disney DVD
Dang it.
box
Now I'm going to have
collector's
to get that
edition.
for Jack.
Yeah.
It's like the 25th anniversary this year.
Yeah, this year's 25th anniversary. It's awesome.
This is my son's, it's ridiculous. For his birthday this last week, actually, shout out to Nathan, who every year tries to find my son the coolest t-shirt ever.
Yeah.
And he outdid himself. It's Jack Skellington on the cool little windy
Spiral thing, yeah.
spiral thingy, whatever that is, with the moon in the background, but it's
Yeah.
actually the Death Star in the background. And Jack Skellington is dressed up like Darth Vader with a lightsaber. And I'm going... You just mixed the two greatest things in the world.
Wow, that's a hardcore mashup.
Yeah. So Jack, named Jack Skellington Jack, and then Luke Skywalker, my son Luke. So it's all inclusive.
It's all there.
To the older Jeter boys. If
Yeah.
Spider-Man had just been in the corner,
Yeah,
all
exactly.
three Jeter boys would have been.
Yeah, and that lesser-known Jedi, Darth Brody.
Yeah, Darth Brody.
Darth
We
Brody.
call,
Dude, Darth
we actually
Brody.
call him Kylo Runt. So,
Dude,
he's
so
got yeah.
you were putting together that model with Brody the other day.
Yep.
On Instagram, and my kids saw it, and they were like, oh, "Brody's like a person now, and he has like a man bun."
Yeah.
They were so freaked out 'cause they hadn't seen him in a little bit.
He came home with his man bun intact yesterday, and we're like, "Who put your hair up, buddy?" Because we didn't.
Yeah.
And shout out to Miss Jessica. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted his hair in a bun. So
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
was
know,
on the
Brody.
show this morning, and
Yeah. Do you like your
I mean, he's
do you
grounded
like
for
your
3
man
weeks
bun,
now,
Brody?
No.
Okay.
yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't know a
What
lot
does he
anymore.
know?
Well, let's talk about, if you didn't know, there's a church down on Central. It's Nob Hill area in Albuquerque, and you're a pastor of this church.
I am.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a
Yeah,
second.
what do you got going on?
Yeah, man.
So we're actually going to show a Halloween movie tonight.
Okay.
And that's
Featuring Michael Myers, Jamie
No,
Lee Curtis.
no.
Okay, that's probably not.
So I Married an Axe Murderer?
Oh,
Wrong Michael Myers.
Can't watch that one either. Actually.
Yeah.
So that one's still.
It's good
yeah.
in parts, but quite pointy.
Yeah.
So we're going to show a movie that we can't say the name of, but it is celebrating its 25th anniversary.
Yes.
This year.
Also happens to be my son's favorite movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's free. It's absolutely free if you want something cool to do down near UNM and the Nob Hill area. Come and hang out with us. It's a free movie starting at 7 o'clock. Lobo Theater right there next to Buffalo Exchange and across from Astro Zombies.
I'm like, why would you say Buffalo Exchange when you could just say Astro Zombies?
Because more than just
Astro Zombies
nerds watch
poster
this.
behind you.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
know.
like, come on, bro.
But I got like everything I'm
Shout out
wearing
to
from
Mike.
Buffalo
I was just going to
Exchange.
say,
Oh,
the
and-
hat.
The hat did come from
glasses,
Buffalo, yes.
yeah.
The hat came from Buffalo?
Yeah,
Dang
dude.
It, now I got it.
Some I'm wearing some dead grandfather's hat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude.
Well, it's Halloween, man. So anyway, so it's 7 o'clock, and we're showing a great movie. And it's free to come, and we'll have concessions and stuff there. Like you
Cool,
get
man.
popcorn for like $1, soda for $1, that kind of stuff.
Cool, man.
And just something to do for the students of UNM, for the community in Nob Hill. Something
And
fun
for
to do.
50-year-olds who still have never seen this incredible musical. I can't believe you haven't seen it, Sam. I wish we had. Got to
Come
over
over
there
here,
and
man.
talk.
Come here,
Get over there and
come
talk. Like what?
I'm sorry.
What? I mean, okay. I gotta think back though because I was in high school. 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was 15 when that came out. So you were 43.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. So maybe it's because like you were in your 20s and you were like that
Yeah.
overzealous Baptist. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is
Who hurt this guy?
For
this
the
is about a
record.
skeleton and he's evil.
For the record, I'm still an overzealous Baptist.
Yeah.
Growing up Baptist, I wasn't allowed to watch.
Maybe I'm just the right amount
Dungeons
of zealous.
And Dragons.
I'm just
I
the
wasn't
right
allowed
amount
to
of
watch
zealous.
certain
No,
cartoons.
we didn't
The
have any of those.
Smurfs.
We didn't have any of those kind of restrictions in our
Really?
house.
Wait.
There
You
was
just
one.
gave the look about the Smurfs.
There was
Dude.
one movie that I didn't want my kids to watch.
The Dark Cauldron.
No, and it was the the
Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron,
and,
sorry, Dark
and
Crystal.
After I watched The Humpback, there was some evil, weird things about The Humpback of Notre Dame. So we.
Oh, I thought you were talking Free Willy, and I was like,
No,
y'all are
Free Willy.
weird,
We
man.
love Free Willy.
Oh my gosh.
Well, with the Hunchback of Notre Dame, you weren't allowed to watch pro-Catholic movies in a Baptist
Yes,
house.
true.
That was probably the issue there.
Gosh,
No,
great.
I gave you the look because you're like the Smurfs. I'm like, Le Stronf? Like, what? It's a Belgian cartoon. Why?
Are you kidding me?
Dude,
you clearly
Ariel,
didn't grow up Baptist.
Ariel.
I did.
You grew up Baptist?
In the deep
Your
South.
Baptist parents
We
failed you.
invented
They clearly
Baptists.
didn't know that Gargamel was trying to do spells to murder these things.
Who's clearly
so-
the bad guy?
Yeah, I know, but he's still a wizard. He was a crazy...
A bad one?
Yeah, well, cool, bro. We weren't
He's-
allowed to watch anything with wizards.
He's really-
Except for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe
Exactly.
because Jesus wrote it.
Yeah. I don't know if C.S. Lewis knew that. He was Jesus.
I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
Let's get on that one.
He's bringing his full alchemical might to eat a
that's
thing
called
3 apples
witchcraft, okay?
Gosh, okay, little known fact perhaps. There are 2 characters in the Smurfs whose birthday is on Halloween.
No kidding.
What?
Because I got to watch it. So
Papa Smurf?
One is Gargamel.
Smurfette.
No.
And Ariel.
She doesn't have a birthday. She was created, so I don't know if that counts.
See? So another reason why we couldn't watch it. She doesn't have a birthday?
Yeah, I guess she's a
Was
homunculus
like the
or
Big
something.
Bang and all of a sudden the Smurfs all existed? No, you evolutionist jerk.
So going back to the salient
I
point.
can't believe we're using the Smurfs here. Go on.
No, so Gargamel's birthday is on Halloween.
Okay.
And Jokey Smurf.
Jokey.
Smurf is on.
Who is Jokey
Who's that
Smurf?
one?
They
gives
just
you the-
ran out of ideas?
that?
Well, yes, but
Because what was the smart one's name?
Brainy Smurf.
Brainy? Wow. I feel like they just gave up and added Y's to everything. Oh, man, this one's
This one's grumpy. He's
Blue-y
grumpy Smurf. And this one's normal Smurf. He doesn't have a shtick.
No, it's normally.
Normally Smurf.
He's normally Smurf.
He's normally Smurf. Sometimes he's not, but normally he is. Yeah. No, Jokey Smurf is the one that has the presents and you open it and it explodes in your face.
Nope.
I don't remember him either.
I don't know. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Sorry,
You really
I'm
need
Baptist.
to do your research.
Yeah.
Microphone.
I didn't watch the Smurfs, but it had nothing to do with being Baptist. I just thought it was a dumb show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hate for all you Smurf lovers out there.
See, Yesenia's going, hey, but is it appropriate to take our kids? Yes, it's a Disney film. It's my son's
it's a
favorite
church.
movie of
It's
all
at a church.
time.
Okay, first of all, is it
How
appropriate?
much backlash have you gotten when you guys are like,
Okay.
hey guys, we want to do a showing of The Nightmare Before? Whoa! No!
So we put a thing on Facebook. There's an event. You can go to our Facebook page, Calvary and Uphill, and you can say, yeah, I'm coming. And it helps if you say that you're going to come because, one, it commits you, and this is New Mexico, and you probably need that. But also it shows your other friends, hey, I'm going to go to this thing. Maybe you should be cool like me and come too. But so, yeah, we got a couple of people, at least one person that I saw last night who was just like, well, you know, as Christians, aren't we not supposed to celebrate Halloween? This is not a Christian thing. Should we not do this? And I'm just like, well, and then a bunch of kind of snarky people kind of jumped on there and provided like non-answers. And I'm like, okay, let me jump in here. So first of all, to say that it's non-Christian is, a lot of its roots come from the Catholic Church, from All Saints Day, right? So the day before the eve of All Saints Day, or All Hallows Eve, is Halloween, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the only decorations we do for Halloween is sacrificing a goat in the front yard and painting the roof, the doorway of our house in its blood.
Right.
And we got that from the Bible.
Right. Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, sacrificing goats, painting your door frame with blood. It's in there.
It's in there. We want the angel of death to pass over our house, bro.
And all the
doesn't.
And you want all the trick-or-treaters to pass over your house.
Because we don't have candy. We're
No.
going out and trick-or-treating.
Yeah, exactly. No, so the thing is like, so for one to say that it's not Christian is not entirely accurate because it does have some roots in the Catholic Church. But then again, it also has some roots in paganism, like a lot of holidays that we still celebrate, because the Catholic Church go-to move for a long time was to say, oh, you have this pagan thing? Well, we have this Christian thing that's very similar to it. You should do that instead. And they would bring with them a lot of these paganish elements, right? If you've ever burned a Yule log in the fireplace for Christmas, that goes back to Semiramis and Tammuz of ancient Egyptian stuff and
What'd
all
you say,
of this.
homeboy?
Yeah, exactly. I'll say it again too. I'll say it to your face. You know, and then we have Easter, and we're like, wait, why does a bunny, have jelly beans? Is this like magical bunny poop? What's going on?
Yep.
Wait, what?
Can I say that word?
Well, you just did.
Can I say bunny on air?
Yeah.
Okay. So. And,
dump that.
Yeah. Don't
Get
dump
it.
that.
Get it.
Oh gosh. Are we still doing the puns? Can I do 2 more?
Yeah, you'll unlock a special treat if you do.
Oh, that's 2. Okay. So there's all these things that have some kind of mixed things in there. And so listen, when we go celebrate Halloween, we are not engaging in worship of any kind. We're not worshiping, ancient pagan rituals. We're not worshiping the dead. We're not worshiping Satan. We are celebrating an opportunity to have fun as a family, to dress up, because like I think in your house, Stevo, dressing up is happening all the time. Brody, cycles through costumes faster than I can cycle through hats. And we're just having a good time and getting free candy, because free candy, come on, right?
You know what's funny is as you're having your dissertation about this, like the first comment is, y'all so cute trying to make Halloween okay for Christians. So adorable.
Yeah,
and I'm going,
okay, well, first of all, thank you. I do think that I'm adorable.
Yeah. It's interesting what we either gravitate to or our bias or our slant, because whether it was the way we grew up or because maybe a pastor or a really outdated VHS tape told us,
or a Carmen video.
Yeah. So, which is hilarious, because ain't nothing scarier than the witch's invitation. All right, Carmen?
Oh man,
so
that
you're
scared me.
talking about Halloween, and we're like, oh my gosh, for Christians, evil. This is satanic, and we're not allowed to do this. You should go listen to Carmen instead. And that witch's invitation was terrifying to me as a little kid.
It was way scarier than anything I experienced on any Halloween ever in my entire life.
Same,
I agree.
Same.
Yeah,
So it's like,
creepy.
how is that okay? And I was joking earlier about being Baptist, we weren't allowed to watch. The Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, or seriously, the Smurfs, because Gargamel as a witch. But it was like, but everyone go read all of C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia
and Lord of the Rings,
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. You know,
exactly.
So it's funny how we can pick and choose. So
I love that Dex is watching Witch's Invitation on the sly right now.
I know, right? And so I want to say this. If you have that conviction and you don't want to, right on. Continue to have that conviction, but make sure you really have that conviction. Are you loving on some Lord of the Rings action because Tolkien was a Christian, but you refuse to, watch A, B, and C, whatever it is? It's like, what is your conviction?
Yeah, exactly. And this, because something was created by a non-Christian, doesn't mean it doesn't have value. It doesn't mean that it's worthless or it's necessarily evil. So the thing is you have to make a decision in and of yourself. You have to decide, okay, what violates my conscience?
Yeah.
What violates my beliefs? And what is, if so here's the thing. I have my brother has a good friend who legit was raised by witches in a witch's coven, and still experiences now today as a Christian crazy spiritual attack.
Yeah.
There's these certain kind of high holidays for that faith where they all get together and they still call her and threaten her and how could you leave us and all this crazy stuff. So does she celebrate Halloween? Heck no. It's traumatizing for her. Great. Don't do that. But if it's okay for you, then go celebrate. And if it's not, then don't celebrate. But don't start bashing one another because, oh, you're dumb, or oh, your faith is in question. Don't do that, because that's the freedom that we have in Christ. But as you said, Stevo, make sure it's an informed decision.
Yeah.
Do some research and see if there's not some parallel of you putting up all your Christmas decorations or doing an Easter egg hunt with your kids on Easter, that you're not being a bit of one-sided.
Enjoy
or
that
dare I
Christmas
say,
tree.
yeah, well, which comes from Martin Luther, but still,
Sure.
Even further back again, more pagan stuff.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're being consistent with your faith, you know? So I have another brother who, as soon as his kids move out, he's no longer putting up a Christmas tree because he's just like, no, that's not for me. And if I didn't have kids, I wouldn't do it, but I do it for them.
Okay.
But it's just like, I don't really truck with that. I kind of see some of the history, and I would rather celebrate a different way. I'd rather put up a manger scene in my living room next to the fireplace instead of a Christmas tree. And I'm fine with that. Now he does
wants
only
to put a baby next to the fireplace.
Yeah.
Wow.
For Halloween.
Wow. Dude.
Now he does read only the King James version, so take that with a grain of salt. So love you, Michael.
Yeah.
Wow.
I blame Obama.
Somebody said, my husband doesn't celebrate Halloween, so neither do we. However, my favorite movie is A Nightmare Before Christmas. Jack Skellington is my absolute favorite. My 3-year-old daughter now loves the movie, and my husband is very unhappy about it.
Ooh.
We just don't see eye to eye on this, and I can't seem to make him understand there's nothing inherently evil within the movie.
Well, it sounds like there needs to be a good, long conversation about, values and what kind of things you want to introduce your children to and what things that you hold up in your house as praiseworthy and something to be consumed, right?
Yeah.
And at the risk of people being mad at me, it's like, well, if your husband's made this decision for the household, then you should probably honor it. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a really good conversation about it to perhaps change his mind,
You're a little mean. I like it.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Wow. Pastor Jason Mills, everybody. Dude. Halloween. Wait, when's the movie?
Tonight.
Tonight,
7 o'clock, Lobo Theater, right there on Central,
Beautiful,
just east of UNM.
I'm reading some of these reviews on the Facebook page, and you know what? There's some good stuff going on down there at Calvary Non-Hill Church.
Non-Hill.
One of the posts does say non-hill.
Okay. All
yeah,
right,
which
that's
is
all right.
accurate because it's a hill, but barely.
Hold on, I got one here from, let's see, great church, great pastor. Nob Hill campus is great because it has all the perks of a big church, but the community of a small church. Is that from your mom?
No, it's not my mom.
Was that Mrs. Hill?
I love that. I love that small town feeling with a big church message.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a really good.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
and I would
Y'all
say
need to
this:
put that on T-shirts.
if you have never visited the Nob Hill campus, you are missing out.
Beautiful.
You really are missing out because it's not like, well, I don't have a heart for the homeless, so I'm not going to come. Or I'm not a college student, so I'm not going to come. I'm not, a hipster artist, so I'm not going to come. Well, that's not what Nob Hill is. Those things are contained in Nob Hill.
Yeah.
But there is, you go and you're like, wait, all of these people are from this area? All of these people go to this church? Yeah. It's as diverse as the community is, which I think any good church should be a microcosm of the community that it serves.
I love it.
Yeah. Microcosm.
That's a good word, man. That's a good word, man.
That's a good word.
Thank you, Pastor Jason Mills.
Anytime.
Come back whenever.
Okay.
All right, dude.
We're resurrecting Comics Corner, by the way. So
when? I'll be here.
November.
Just say my name 3 times and I'll appear.
Okay.
We did it yesterday,
Okay.
bro. It's
No,
cool.
we actually did yesterday.
I thought I sensed a disturbance.
All right.
Yesterday was way more about mental health than it was actual comic books, but that's beside the point.
Oh, then I just felt disturbed. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Jason Mills. Pastor Jason Mills, everybody. All right. We got to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Hang on.
Dex, don't you think fall is the primo time in New Mexico?
True enough. When else?
I was kind of going for green chili roasting and turning trees, but...
Whatever. You just like October 31st when you get to wear a cape and tights to get candy.
Okay, let's not go there.
Okay, but let's go to the Fall Fest on the west side.
I'm there, man. Montano Plaza, Coors in Montano, bounce houses, obstacle courses, costume contests.
And lots of food, and of course, free candy for you, Stevo. 6 p.m. on October 31st.
It's a favorite night for kids. Let's make it safe at the Calvary Church Fall Fest, Coors and Montano.
Details at calvarynm.church.
This week on Connect with Skip Heitzig, Skip urges you to show the world who Jesus is before the Antichrist comes.
I think we need to give the world a dose of the real Jesus, the living Christ, living in us, powerful in us, loving through us, living through us, because the false Jesus is coming.
Connect with Skip Heitzig this week as he continues the series What's Next.
Make an appointment for Skip Heitzig weekdays at 8 a.m. on our sister station, KNKT 107.1 FM. This is a Star 88 solar flare from Billy Graham. I've read the last page of the Bible. It's all going to turn out all right. This is Star 88.
Yeah, I guess I'm a disappointment. Doing everything I can, I don't wanna make you disappointed. It's annoying. I just wanna make you feel like everything I ever did was never trying to make an issue for you. But I guess the more you thought about everything, you were never even wrong in the first place, right? Yeah, I'ma just ignore you, walking towards you. With my head down, looking at the ground, I'm embarrassed for you. Paranoia. What did I do wrong this time? That's parents for you. Very loyal. Should I have my back? Would you put a knife in my hands for? What else should I carry for you? I care for you, but the edge right now. I wish that I could say I'm proud. I'm sorry that I let That's not gonna work now. Packed all my clothes and I moved out. I don't even wanna go to your house. Every time I sit on that couch, I feel like you lecture me. Eventually, I bet that we could've made this work and probably would've figured things out. But I guess I'm a letdown. But it's cool, I checked out. Oh, you wanna be friends now? Okay, let's put my fake face on and pretend now. Sit around and talk about the good times. That didn't even happen. I mean, why are you laughing? Must have missed that joke. Let me see if I can find a reaction. No, but at least you're happy. It's like we're on the edge right now. Wish that I could say I'm proud. Sorry that I let you down. Oh, I let you down. All these voices in my head get loud, and I wish that I could shut them out. Sorry that I let you down. Oh, I let you down. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, no. Yeah, I'm sorry that I let you down.
Here is a star PowerPoint from Billy Graham.
We're just going to shut up and let him preach it.
I read about a daughter of a poor widow. She left home to go out into sin. For 3 years she was gone, and when she came back, stumbling back, having been beaten up by her boyfriend, she came to the back door and expected it to be locked, but it was open, and she opened the door and she went in, and her mother was sitting there reading the Bible, and she said, "Mother, I never expected to find the door open. Are you here?" And the mother said, "My darling, ever since that night you walked out, that door has been open." God stands ready to forgive. You see, God doesn't have to get ready for you to repent. He doesn't have to get ready for you to come to the cross. He doesn't have to get ready for you to be forgiven. But thou art a God ready to pardon, gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and in great kindness, the scripture says. God's ready right now. He's standing here with open arms and saying, "Jim, Bill, Susie, Mary, come."
Star 88, Star PowerPoint.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
More packages were intercepted. The most recent targets, former Vice President Joe Biden and actor Robert De Niro, both of whom have suggested they'd like to punch Mr. Trump. So it is now 10 suspected bombs, now sent to 8 people.
Tracking a nor'easter, part of the same system that massive hurricane had slammed ashore, then rain across Texas and the South. Well, now the East Coast is in the path and then threatening the Carolinas, D.C., New York, up through Boston.
Megyn Kelly reportedly out at NBC.
This after she was a no-show on her own program.
Ford recalling more than 1 million Ford Focuses over fear that the engine could stall.
The recall covers vehicles from 2012 through 2018.
Trump administration is expected to deploy hundreds of additional troops to the U.S.-Mexico border.
To head off a caravan of migrants seeking asylum.
U.S. officials have been concerned for months that President Trump has been discussing sensitive information on his non-secure iPhone with people like Sean Hannity of Fox News. And now the New York Times reports the Chinese and Russians are routinely eavesdropping.
Good morning, everybody.
Is this Huey Lewis in the news?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, good.
This is Ghostbusters, dude.
Oh, sorry.
What's up, Sam Swan?
Hey, who are you going to call?
Sam Swan.
My
Carmen.
friend, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt who I'm going to call.
Yeah, bro.
Thanks, Carmen.
Bring it home, dude.
During the break, we watched the Witch's Invitation music video.
For your
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
So bad. Revival in the Land. I had that cassette.
I did too.
It is so dated now. Oh, no.
You know, actually, I bought every...
Hold on a second.
What up, man of God? And by the way, thanks for your Witch's Invitation.
Yeah.
So bad.
Oh!
So bad.
Oh, why was I scared?
I
mean, I was so...
Which is hilarious because
scared.
we weren't allowed to watch certain things growing up Baptist, seriously. And yet that was like on repeat.
Oh, gosh,
it's terrifying.
right?
Yeah.
It's like the demons coming up and like dragging his soul to hell in the music video.
I'd
and
stay
I'm going,
awake at night just thinking that
how is this okay?
Oh my gosh, am I going to get dragged to hell because
I wasn't allowed to
stole
watch
a
the
piece of candy?
Smurfs, but I could watch demons drag this guy's soul to hell because it scared me into salvation.
There you go.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, that's the
and
best
I need
way
to
to get 'em.
remember. I do need to remember this because as we talk about it, like there are some that just don't, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And if that's your conviction, then that's fine. But I do think off air we were talking about tricking people, and the method we use to try and draw someone to the cross is sometimes it can be what's the word I want to say without sounding awful? No, you know what? I'm just going to say it. Manipulation. Okay. It's manipulation. Yeah. It's manipulative. And if they can be manipulated into their faith, then they can probably be manipulated out of it. I mean, if it's not a real choice, if it's not a real coming to Jesus, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's true, man. We talked about those, I think they still do them in the South, those haunted houses.
Oh, the hell houses?
Yeah, and then at the end of the hell house, you can give your life to Christ, and it's like every kid that goes through it is like, yeah, I don't want to go to hell and get tortured for all of eternity. Yes, I will. Where do I sign?
Right.
The story of salvation and redemption that's in the scriptures is compelling enough.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to dramatize it.
Right.
We don't need to. I mean, we can present it in a dramatic form.
Sure.
But we don't need to over-dramatize it. You understand the distinction I'm making there?
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We don't have to over-dramatize it. It's pretty dramatic. When Christ changes a life, that's huge.
Yeah, dude.
That's a miraculous
and I think
thing that he does.
The three of us, we've witnessed that firsthand, whether it's our own life or we've known people that had... I mean, I remember talking to a friend for years, and it was like every time I would talk to him about the Lord, it was like talking to a wall.
His name's Aaron Buck Burnett.
I didn't want to bring his name up. You did. I didn't. But then one day it was like God got a hold of his heart, and that man changed, you know? It's insane, you know? And I think I can think of 2 or 3 other people in my life, same thing, man. And it's weird because I grew up with the Lord my whole life. I mean, I gave my life to Christ when I was 5. So I never really got to experience what, you know, as an adult, like having that transformation. Because sometimes you see people and their transformation is insane. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, it's like difference between night and day.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I don't know. Everybody has their own story, I guess. And but you're right. I think we gotta be
it's compelling enough. We don't have to make it sound bigger than it is.
Right.
It's
Steve
huge.
says, should we not talk about hell? And that's not what we're saying. That's why
I
love the distinction of
that's
overly
not what we're saying.
dramatic. Because there's a difference between
hell, let's talk
talking
about listen, we should talk about what's in the Bible.
Yeah.
That's what we should talk about.
Yeah.
That when we're presenting the gospel. And think about this too. The truth of it is that the message of the cross, the message of the gospel is offensive to those who are not wanting to hear it.
Yeah.
It is confrontational. You are living a life separated from God. We wouldn't necessarily say it this way or using these exact words, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
You are separated because of sin. You are separated from the God of all creation. He has provided a way for you to be reconciled. He made a way to reconcile us to himself through the death of Jesus. And if you do not receive that, if you continually turn your back on God, you will suffer the punishment of eternal hell. That's the truth of what the Scripture says. So yes, we need to talk about the truth. But we don't need to make it overly dramatic because it's, like I keep saying, it's compelling enough in and of itself.
Yep. I hear you, man. Good stuff, Sam.
It's
Good
like,
stuff.
you know, it's just like Hollywood takes those, and it says based on a true story, and they add dramatic elements because the story, they think the story itself is not compelling enough.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that may be true for that true life story, but that is not true of the Gospels. We don't have to add certain characters or combine certain characters to add a dramatic element to the truth of what the Bible says and what the Gospels talk about. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox.
No, it's good stuff, dude. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Y'all didn't even know you had a soapbox in here, did you?
I mean,
well, all right. Well, we can go to the vaults and we can clean the computer out because it's Friday and there's a lot of things that I didn't get to.
Oh,
and
hey.
I spent time downloading.
That reminded me,
Yeah.
Dex. You remember the picture I texted you of some folks that I met in Artesia?
Oh, yeah.
Because there were 2 weeks I wasn't on the air, and I skipped.
Yeah, you go right ahead, man.
I told her that I would give her a shout-out. They listen every Friday. She listens by the podcast because she's working and can't listen.
Yes.
But he listens every day to the Morning Invasion, but also listens on Fridays.
I love it.
A fella, husband and wife, John and Aaliyah. And I told her that I promised her I would give a shout-out, and I totally forgot to do it last week. So thank you for allowing me the opportunity to shout out to them today. They came up they're youth workers at First Baptist in Artesia, and they came to the training that I did.
Oh,
and
that's
so I
cool.
got to know them a little bit beyond just listening to and we were talking about celebrities and not wanting to be celebrities all that, how weird it is. And this is one of, and I am not a celebrity by any stretch of the imagination. But
I don't think so.
But
You
this
are.
was funny how they came up. They heard my voice and they said, "Hey, you're Sam Swan."
You're Sam Swan.
I didn't have a name tag on or anything, and it was just kind of a sweet,
cool,
special kind of a thing because they listened to the show.
That's awesome,
and
man.
so they and the 7 other people that listen when I'm on Fridays, I want to say thanks. But shout out to John and Leah, and they're doing a good job.
Heck yeah, man.
Youth workers in Artesia. Thanks for allowing me that privilege.
Thank you, Sam. All right.
Now let's clean out the computer.
Okay, let's open up the vault here. Hold on. All right, let me just find out what we got here. Okay, so many things, man, that we never get a chance to get to, and I take a lot of time, guys, to download it. It really doesn't take a whole lot of time, but I mean, it's
well, it depends on your Wi-Fi speed, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot in here. So let's see. Let's see what this is here.
It's the scariest haunted house to visit this Halloween. It's Grandma and Grandpa's haunted house.
Oh.
Enter the front door and see furniture from long ago. Most that you aren't allowed to sit on. Treat yourself to the bowl of unwrapped hard candies, all stuck together.
Is this your house, Sam?
They're just for company, so have at it. Open the closet
No,
door
we're the
and take
cool
in the smell of mothballs.
Oh,
yes, they still sell them, but these have been there for...
There's a reason why we probably shouldn't have played that one. It's
pretty
keep
lame.
on going. Yeah, let's see.
Pretty
here.
lame.
All right.
Well, at least
So
it's not on the
boring.
computer anymore.
Oh, well, we got, how about some Halloween safety tips? I like these. These are fun.
Another Halloween safety
The
tip.
kids are safe.
If you find yourself in an abandoned mental asylum,
Yep, here I am.
with a faulty flashlight,
Come on, you stupid flashlight.
maybe instead you should use your flashlight app.
Oh, this is much better.
And don't forget to check in so they'll find your body.
And who am I with? Oh, yeah.
Another Halloween safety
That was
tip.
good.
I like that one.
That was good.
I like that one.
That's all right.
All right.
Halloween safety tips, guys.
All right.
How
Just
things
cleaning the
are
vault out here. These are things that we didn't get a chance to get to this week.
Okay.
What's this one? Citizens Against Halloween. What is this?
Oh.
Thanksgiving, and I approve this message. October 31st, vote no on Halloween. Halloween supports dangerous roving gangs of children going door to door to get their fix. When it comes to healthcare, Halloween doesn't care. Under Halloween, tooth decay rates have doubled and instances of child obesity have skyrocketed.
Yeah,
Halloween is deceptive. Sure, it may look like a firefighter, but don't count on Halloween if your house is burning down. And Halloween is not a legal holiday. If Halloween had its choice, it would allow for more illegal holidays to invade and take over your calendar. Don't be tricked. Halloween is no treat. This October 31st, vote no on Halloween. Paid for by Thanksgiving.
Dude,
Love it.
That
That's a
was
good one.
great.
That's
Love
a
it.
good one.
I
Especially
loved
in
that
this
one.
season that we're
Right?
in right
Yeah.
now where is anybody else getting text messages
I'm
from
not.
random oh
No.
my gosh.
Like Robotext?
Robotext.
If it was Robotech, that'd be cool, but it's not Robotech. I keep getting random phone numbers. How about this one? Just scrolling down because I have been getting hey, it's vote.org. There's only 10 days left to vote. Reply info to learn more about the candidates in your area
Somebody
and get
sold-
hours and
somebody sold
locations
your cell phone
near
number.
Albuquerque.
I
What
haven't gotten any of those.
No, you guys haven't gotten that one? Let's see. What else? Hi, Martin. It's Emma with Americans for Prosperity. Election day is November 6th.
You're promoting
your
these
vote
people. I
can
don't know if
support
we-
right to work and workers' freedoms. Can we count on your vote? Thanks, random New Mexico phone number.
They didn't even know your name.
Just reply stop.
Yeah, no, I haven't replied to any of these. I could keep going.
No, but you got to do stop. You got to text stop, and they'll stop.
Hey, Justin. Just letting you know that Governor Gary Johnson is running for U.S. Senate.
Somebody must be forwarding
Can we
them to
count
you.
on your vote for Gary for Senate? And I'm going,
wow.
No! They're all just random.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of Starmy saying, yeah, they're getting them too.
I'm not getting any of them.
I didn't get any either.
Dude, look at this.
Thankfully.
Boom, there it is.
There's a screenshot. Yeah.
Screenshot from a member of the Starmy. Let's see if it's the same.
Probably because I have a Montana phone number. Maybe that's why I
Maybe.
don't get them.
Maybe that's why. But, yeah.
Maybe it's because my number is BR549.
Yeah, it's not the
Nice,
same
dude.
numbers as the ones calling me. Yeah, Casey
All right.
says she's getting those.
I'm not.
Shannon's
I hope I
getting them.
don't.
I'm sorry, Shannon.
I did get one of those.
Oh, Cruz says they actually know her name.
I never answer the call if it's just the random phone number, if it's not somebody that's in my contacts. But on the road, sometimes I don't know if the cell tower would communicate that or not. So I answered one. It was one of those. I hadn't answered one in a long time.
Yeah.
And it says, "Hello, there's only one more day left for this special offer." And I said, "I'm not interested." And then she said, "Oh, well, then in that case," and I was like, "Is this a real person?"
It's not.
Right.
It's not. It totally sounds, because it's not. It doesn't sound like Siri, you know.
Totally.
So I hung up and didn't feel quite as bad for hanging up on a robot, as opposed to a real person.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot
That's
of
the
people
only thing
getting
I got. Yeah.
A lot of people getting them.
Did you guys?
There should be laws against that.
Cruz has a California number, and she's gotten for both New Mexico and California, and they know her name. So
Wow.
Well, you don't
So
put your number
somewhere
down
that
on
you
things,
signed
guys.
up for something, I guess.
Yep.
Is that how it happens?
Yeah, Zuckerberg sells off all your information. Dude.
Oh,
That's right. Did you guys hear about the new movie this weekend? There's a huge movie opening up, and I think it's very timely.
What?
It's called The Egging.
Coming to theaters this weekend.
I know a secret. What is it? Look.
The most frightening movie this Halloween.
Where Mom hid the candy.
Okay.
Whoa.
What no mother wants to find on Halloween Day.
Boys, where is the Halloween candy?
Welcome to the House of Terror.
There's not going to be any for the trick-or-treater.
Too late to buy more.
This is really dumb.
What have you done?
This is really
They're
dumb.
at the door.
I kind of like it.
We're going to get eggs.
Get ready for The Egging.
I'm gonna watch this.
Starting this weekend at a theater near
I
you.
can't wait to watch it. It's not real though. Darn it. Okay. We're cleaning the computer out, guys. Just
That was
getting all
so
the stuff
bad.
that we haven't got to yet.
So dumb.
All right. Well, I mean, there's a reason why we never played it. But okay.
Halloween costume fail.
You like my costume?
What are you?
I'm a vampire.
There's nothing scary about a vampire with a lollipop and a backpack.
No, but wait, look. Glow sticks.
Oh, well, I take it back then. Fail! This has been Halloween costume fail!
Glow sticks.
Oh my God.
So dumb.
Oh man.
Thank you so much for calling. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay.
Do people just let it ring twice and then just hang up
I
as
have
they're
no
still
idea.
calling?
I still don't know. I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe
It's
a
not how
couple
phones
more
work,
here,
guys.
A couple more that we didn't get to.
Halloween on a budget.
How to make children's costumes out of ordinary household
This
items.
sounds great.
Take an everyday strainer or colander and place it on your child's head.
You're a noodle. We're not made of money.
Have your child cup their hands.
What? You're a cop.
Place an ordinary toothpick in your child's hair.
What? You're a food scrap.
Put a toilet plunger on their head.
You're a clog.
Paint your child red.
You're embarrassed.
I am embarrassed.
Glue pages out of a book to their cheeks.
Your Facebook.
Mom.
What?
And have a happy Halloween.
I love that. That's a good one.
Glue pages.
That's good. That's really good.
Oh, dude, you need to play that one like throughout the day,
right?
On Wednesday.
I
or
am
whatever
that
day it
dad,
is.
though. Halloween on a budget. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what. I mentioned it earlier this week. Jack's costume last year got him all of the candy. And so he's doing it again this year. And I'm like, we got to go to a different neighborhood then because they're going to be like, ugh, same thing. Last year, he just was bored. Everybody else had costumes and he didn't have one. So he grabbed a loaf of bread from our pantry, grabbed some yarn, and tied it around his neck and just went in plain street clothes. And people, he'd say trick or treat, and everybody's looking at him kind of funny. And most people asked what he was. And when he said what he was, they would in turn pour the entire bucket of candy into his bag and just crack up. So my son has red hair. And so he tied this loaf of bread to his neck and would go door to door. And when they asked what he was, he said, duh, the gingerbread man.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was so dumb. And it was like, well, that's my kid, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
All
my
the
kid.
candy.
Yeah.
He got like 4 times as much candy as anybody else because
For
they just laugh and
creativity.
go, oh, man, that's so hilarious. You're a ginger. Here's candy. It was amazing.
That's
so,
great.
He's going
That
again
is
this year.
great.
Going
That's
this
good,
year as
man.
the gingerbread man.
Going as a
I'm
gingerbread
trying to tell him
man.
that you got to come up with new material, but Apparently not.
Hey, if something works for you, stick with it.
Yeah, you know, that's a good
Somebody
call.
said cheap Halloween costume. How about you just hand them glow sticks? You're a road flare.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm a road
Caution.
flare.
Caution.
Yeah.
Caution when approach me. When
That's
you're
good.
approaching me, use caution.
That's good. Do we have any more?
I think we cleaned it up, guys.
Did we
Yeah,
really?
I think we're
Oh,
good.
man.
Yeah, let's close the vault. We're done. Good job.
We did it.
All right.
I'm starting to
Yep,
like this
okay.
closing the vault. I mean,
Yep.
opening the vault feature.
I
That's
It's
know,
very
right?
expensive, and they
That's a
just
very
put it
good
in,
Friday
actually.
feature.
Yeah, it's a very deep, giant
I'm
vault.
glad I get to be a part of this. Thank you.
Halloween on a budget. That
That's
was
where
good.
we lock Heidi sometimes, you know, when she, she, never mind. I'll just.
You okay, buddy?
I'm just going to dump all of that.
No.
You just never know. It's 2018. You know what? Hold on a second.
We are sorry. Dex realizes now that the reason he might have said something that offended you, grossed you out, or made you feel uncomfortable is because, well, he learned it from Stevo. It was never Dex's intent to offend you. I want you to know that Dex has reflected upon his actions, thoughts, and if he truly made the right decision to be Stevo's partner. Dex is fully committed to making sure that instances like this never happen again. Thank you for your forgiveness, patience, compassion, indifference, or pity. Dex promises to make better decisions in the future and to not listen to Stevo.
That
I don't know how I feel
Am I
about
covered now? Is that
That
good?
almost brought a tear to my eye.
Do you like that?
Speaking of apologies and things, I
You
was
need
listening.
to apologize?
No, well, no, I just wanted to. On a day that I wasn't in the studio, it was during the week last week. I was on the road, and I just happened to be able to listen to you, and you were talking about the pizza app party.
Oh, yeah.
And Dex, you were telling a story about they put the pizza out, and I bum rushed the buffet to get to the pizza. Yeah, or at least that's what you told the story as.
Did I?
I
don't
actually
think I
heard that,
did.
Dex. I
don't know.
forgot about that, but that little apology reminded me. Hey, I got something I want to
Hey,
talk
I
to you
forgot.
about.
I have aught against you.
Yeah,
So
I'm
Stevo
sure.
insulted my shirt last week,
Yep.
and you
Yeah.
this week you talked about me bum rushing the.
You know, there were a few other people at that Starmy party that they were rude. You know, they didn't really they weren't polite. You know, they didn't care about anything but the pizza. And
I was a little hurt that nobody asked me for my autograph. That's I was a little disappointed in that.
Yeah, me too, Sam. Me too.
The guy kept asking me, "Hey, can you give me another cup for water?" Bro, I don't work here. But I did take some tips off the table. I don't know if that was wrong because
Dude.
I did help out. So
Again, shout out to everybody that was there for
again,
the party.
the real reason I brought it up because I wanted to say that was a great idea.
It was really
That was
cool.
such a
Village
great idea.
Pizza, man.
Village Pizza came through in a big way
Yeah,
by
because,
hosting it and giving all
man,
that pizza, and it was
they were
it's
not
good
expecting
pizza.
a few
Whoa.
hundred people
Yeah.
at that door.
And they were
Sam?
ready to go.
They were ready to go.
And
They did a really good job.
the other thing,
You're gonna have to do an apology.
it was just who I am.
Yeah, he's
What did I say?
non-com,
We're
dude.
non-commercial, and you're talking about how it's like the best.
No, I didn't say it was the best pizza I ever had. I said they did a great job.
Come on, dude.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Oh, he's gonna need
For
background
promoting.
music. So yeah. Speaking of cheap Halloween costumes, Paul wants to know if he wears a Wu-Tang Clan shirt on Halloween, would that make him Woo Paul?
Gosh. Laugh track for that one, Paul.
Well played.
Laugh track.
Well played, Paul. Fun Pun Friday.
Here's why it wouldn't work. Here's why
Why?
it wouldn't work. Because Paul, I would love to see this actually going door to door, and then people be like, "I don't get it," and then he's like, "Oh, well, okay, well, see, my name's Paul, and this is a Wu-Tang Clan shirt, so I'm Woo Paul."
Yeah, like if you knew,
right?
if
And
you
then
know Paul,
everybody's
then
like,
it'd be funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like what you would need to do is get a shirt like that, but then like a little name tag up in the corner that says, "Hello, my name is Paul."
Or just carry around a little placard that explains the whole thing, like a cue card. Trick or treat, read this sign.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Costume
yeah.
explanation.
Here's all my candy.
Oh gosh.
Or have it printed on the back of the T-shirt. Costume explanation. See reverse side.
Say, my name is Paul.
Gosh.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah.
He said we're killing his dreams, man. Killing his dreams.
Sorry, Paul.
Well, I'm glad you threw it out to us. You know, sometimes you just
cheap Halloween costume ideas.
It's good to bounce your ideas off of other people who
some
have
stick,
wisdom.
Some stick, some
Yeah,
don't. you know?
yeah. That's right.
If you were dressed up like that at the Starmy party, I feel like there's a lot of people that would
Yeah.
know, like, oh yeah, it's Paul.
Right.
That's funny.
Woo,
Woo,
Paul.
Paul.
I get it. That's great.
Woo, Paul.
Man.
Funny.
Are we done?
No, we're not.
Oh,
we still got a few more minutes to fill.
Well, we got. We didn't get.
Oh, we didn't do that.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
do it. Do
The
it.
topic
Do we
we've
have
been
time?
teasing for hours.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Okay.
Oh, I believe in us.
So the top 10 simple things that adults are embarrassed they can't do. Don't be looking at this list, guys.
I can't roll
read
my
it from
tongue.
All right.
I can't roll my tongue. Can you guys do that?
That's not a simple thing. That's a hereditary thing.
Is
I can't.
it? I can't
See,
do
look.
it. Oh, I
See, look.
hate you. God, I hate you both.
Why can't you do that, dude?
Because he doesn't have the right. He
You can't do it.
He didn't have the right kind of genes.
Thanks, jerk.
Why can't you roll your tongue?
I actually am going to be completely. I almost said something I couldn't have said on radio.
Well, it's a good
That's
thing.
how much it hurts me.
Yeah.
You're that kid in third grade that was like, "Hey, can you roll your tongue?" And I go,
No,
like, "You're an idiot."
I can't roll my tongue,
Your
but I can.
parents are
I can
stupid.
stick it to a frozen
Oh,
pole.
it's hereditary.
Yeah.
Your parents are morons. Their tongues
do
are
that?
terrible. What?
Can you do that?
Wait, what did you do?
that.
Like that?
Like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay,
That's
cool.
not. What is that?
What about this?
Cool,
Live long and
Oh
prosper.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. See?
Oh,
Can you do
man.
it the opposite way? A friend of mine used to do it this way. Instead of this, he would
What
do
about
this.
this? What about
He
this
would
one?
say, "Eat dirt and die."
Did you guys ever do the thumb thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Dude,
one.
Brody lost it when I was like, well, you know, like as Jeters, we can totally like take our thumbs off. And it was like, ah!
Yeah.
You lose
I wish
his
I would have
mind.
seen that. Dude, that would have been a
He
viral video right there.
lost it.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay.
All right.
There's a discussion going on where people are sharing the very simple things that other adults seem to be fine at doing, but they're embarrassed they can't do.
Okay.
Here are the top 10 best answers. Winking.
What?
Can you wink?
I can wink.
Oh, yeah.
Without closing the other eye?
Yeah,
duh.
absolutely.
What? Yeah, like what? I can't do the right side. You're like using your whole face.
I can't wink.
You can't wink? Can you really not wink?
Is that a
You're
I
hereditary?
have to go like this.
Is that a hereditary thing too?
I have to my jaw
Oh.
drops.
Oh man.
Yeah, I can't do
You
it
know
real
what? You know what though? Winking in the Bible isn't good. So apparently you love Jesus more than we do.
Yeah, guess so.
So
Although we did play a game called Winkum in youth group years ago.
really?
Yeah.
Did you know that you're totally enabling people to be harlots? So
well. Wow, dude.
yeah.
I didn't say it
Just
was a
saying.
good youth group game. I just said it was
Yeah.
one we played.
Those who wink their eye plot destruction.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's Proverbs 16:30, guys. So
Ooh.
the next time a dude winks at you, go, "You slanderous evil individual!"
You're
Wow.
plotting destruction away from me, demon.
Whoever winks his eyes plans dishonest things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He who purses his lips brings evil to pass.
Beautiful.
Ooh, don't purse your lips.
I have never carried a purse with my lips.
Me neither, man. Me neither. Or I've never seen anybody.
Funny.
But you laughed.
Yeah, I did. I did laugh. I did.
All right.
All right, what's the next one, Dex?
Let's see. Shuffling a deck of cards.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. By the way, the New International Version, NIV, whoever winks with their eye is plotting perversity.
Wow, man.
Oh,
Don't wink, yo.
there's a reason I don't read the NIV.
Yeah, amen to that, right? Yep.
Well played.
A little
Yeah.
Bible joke
Well
there.
played.
All right. These are simple things that
A
adults
nearly
are
inspired
embarrassed
version.
they can't do. Whistling. Sam, go ahead.
Steve.
Wow, Steve, you're pretty good at that.
People who can roll their tongue can whistle.
I hate you guys.
Wow, man.
No, I can whistle.
Oh, okay.
I can't do this, though. I can't do that thing when the dude's
Yeah,
like...
how do you
No.
do that?
I can't do it with my fingers, but I can do it.
You can? What?
Yeah.
Ah,
I don't even need my fingers to do that.
I can
Okay.
whistle. I just can't do the like crazy like.
Yeah,
You
that's
see
so
those
loud when
dudes
people
and
do
they're,
it.
like,
I get
down the
so mad when
street?
people do that.
I can't
Yeah.
do it.
All right, we only got a couple more minutes here. Remembering people's names the second after they introduce themselves. I can't do this at all.
I am horrible at that.
I mean the
this
second.
Trick. I had to learn the trick that you have to repeat it 3 times, and it kind of writes it in your brain.
Really?
When you meet the individual,
Is that
and they
right,
say
Stan?
their name, I am terrible with
I am
names.
so bad.
I met so many people at
I'm
Village
supposed to
Feast.
be good
I'm like,
at it.
please, Lord, don't ever embarrass me by making me run
I can't
into
even
any
remember
of them
faces,
again.
apparently, because somebody got mad at me at the
Oh
pizza
my
party.
gosh,
I remember
that was
faces, but I can't remember the
hilarious.
names.
Yeah, I was like, hey, nice to meet you. Yeah, we've met before.
Yeah, a few times.
Okay, well, all right.
Thankfully, there was one person that I said, nice to meet you, and she goes, oh, we met, but don't worry, I look completely different. I've been listening to you since I was in middle school.
Yeah.
I was in middle school when we met. And I'm
Thankfully,
like,
sometimes people will be gracious and they'll go, I know you meet a bunch of people.
Right.
And I'm
and the
glad
other
that
one's
they
like,
have some
what
grace.
the heck, bro?
Yeah.
2003 Skillet concert. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
As you were walking out the
clearly
door.
wrote that out of my brain
Yeah.
because Skillet concert.
Right.
Okay, a couple more here. These are simple things that adults are embarrassed they can't do.
Okay.
Swallowing pills.
Oh, I can do
know
that
a friend
easy.
who can't swallow pills.
I can't do
An
it without
adult
water.
friend.
Brenda has a hard time.
I can't do it without water.
I can swallow. If it's a small pill, I can do it without
wait,
water.
is that what you mean? Like without water?
I
I
just-
can't do it.
Even
you should
Brenda
be
has
able
a
to
hard
do
time
both.
with water.
Both you should be able to do it with.
I can
or
do it with
without.
water, duh. But
Yeah.
Wow.
dude, without water, it's like, thanks for the ibuprofen. I'll take this in 2 hours when I'm near water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can take it without.
Okay.
Oh man.
I had to take a bunch of my asthma when I was a little kid.
A couple more here. Tying a balloon. A lot of people are embarrassed they can't tie a
that's
balloon.
easy.
I can tie
do
That's
that.
easy, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Dancing. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he's Baptist. He can't.
Yeah,
So.
that's true.
It's called creative movement.
Confrontation.
As long as I keep one foot on the ground.
Remembering directions and tying a tie. That's your top 10
Oh, wow.
simple things that adults are embarrassed they can't do. We're done.
Okay.
I can tie a tie.
Remember the Stormy said, as an adult, something I can't do: jump on the trampoline and not be hurting for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah,
so,
good call.
Ooh, parallel park.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
learn it.
Yeah,
Learn
I can
it.
kind of do that.
Yeah.
Another member of the Stormy has a very real question. Stevo, I want to introduce my daughter to Star Wars. Is there one movie that will encapsulate all original characters nicely? She's 12. I don't know if she'll watch all of them. You know what? Then she doesn't deserve to watch all of them. You start with A New Hope, and you make her watch all of them.
Episode 4.
Yeah.
The original one is the one,
Yes.
the best one to start with.
Amen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Praise be.
Because that's how it started. That's how we got involved.
All right, everybody. Sam Swan, thank you. Love you.
Hey, love you guys. Thanks.
Have a great week, buddy.
You too.
Stormy, have a great weekend. And I guess that's it, right? I mean, if you missed the show, go back. Podcast on demand through the app, iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Star 88 FM. Yes, Stevo.
I
Oh,
was saying,
you were
He's
raising your
waving.
hand.
He's
waiting.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's cool.
Excuse me,
Excuse me, sir.
Mr.
Okay.
Todd. I need to use the bathroom.
Teacher,
All
teacher.
right. Okay. All right, bye-bye.
That's all we got. There ain't no more. That's right. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
This is a fresh thought. Listen up to Levi Lusko.
He's basically saying, cool, you want to believe there's no God? Let's play that out. Here's what that actually means for you.